Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It is I, Matt, the Southern Gooner, with my partner in crime, Liontekz TV. We are here for the inaugural edition of Arsenal Raw Talk, where we're going to keep it raw and real. Liontekz, brother, I hadn't seen you since we recorded our last Streets Won't Forget, which, by the way, while it's on my mind, make sure you go subscribe to the Twitch channel, Southern Gooner, over on Twitch. We're going to be moving our series over to there to avoid the foolishness here on YouTube. Because that's the only reason why the other ones hadn't got up. Because I'm like, nah, y'all ain't for the nope, y'all ain't for to do it again. So we're gonna re-upload everything over onto the other channel so that y'all can check it out. So make sure that you subscribe to that. But Tech, it's so good to see you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you for having me again, Matty. It's always a pleasure to be on the channel, as always. You know, we always talk offline and stuff like that, fam. I just can't wait to get into this, fam, because, boy, we got a lot to talk about, bro. I'm telling you.
Well, brother, let's
Man.
go. Let's jump right in here first, man. Let's this time last week we were getting the news that Raheem Sterling was on the way to Arsenal, and I think that pretty much summed up a complete dismal and embarrassing transfer window. This regime sat there the entire summer. Now, Tech, we're coming off of winning the title, not winning the title. Excuse me, I wish winning the title, challenging for a title 2 years in a row. You would think that the logical thing would be, oh, well, we're going to come out and we know for a fact what we need and we know where we slipped up at, and we're going to push all of the cards into the table, and that we're going to make a move for it, and we're going to go 100% hard in the paint, as we say down south. We're going hard in the paint. Nope. What do? We waste the entire absolute summer doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We signed two goalkeepers. We signed a midfielder who most nobody was talking about. We signed a left back that nobody was talking about until the Euros. And then to top it off, we get a human shield for Edu and the brother Sterling. And no striker to be seen nowhere. We sat here in May. We did a show about Sesko. Sesko said no. So we know for a fact that that was a player that who we was in for, because he said no. He turned us down. So we know that he was the only striker that we were in the market for, because Liontekz, there's no way you're going to tell me Jokeris, Osterman, Tony, anybody else that I've been Solanke, anybody else that I've named, that you struck out on all of those. So you struck out on all. I'm supposed to believe you struck out on all of those. No, you were never in for them. You never even went and even knocked on the door. We know that this Sterling gig is a sham, because most people know Sterling was available until the week leading into the transfer window, which is when we went knocking at the door. So therefore, we already know it's a crock of shit that what Edu did last week. And I have said it, and I will say it continuously until the cows come home. It is an absolute disgrace. The man should be fired on the spot. And I've had enough of him. Brother, cut loose.
Oh, bro. Like, I fully agree with you, bro, because I've been saying it for the longest time, yeah. Edu is the biggest fraud out there, fam. Like, with me, yeah, I call him the Brazilian Eddie Hearn, fam, because this guy, yeah, so it winds me up, fam, because I literally did a stream about Edu a few weeks ago, I think, like, just pure on Edu and his incompetence, bruv, because we got the warning from when my man, yeah, first came into the club, and they were all saying, oh, good luck with Edu. That should have been alarm bells right there when people were saying good luck with Edu, fam. Why would people say that unless he was actually good at his job, fam? And then this guy has the nerve, yeah, the nerve to look at last season, yeah, and to think that you do not need a fucking striker, yeah, when we came so close to winning the title, yeah. even though we're under this ridiculous fucking manager that I can't stand, by the way, we still came this close, yeah. And this guy in his head, yeah, doesn't think we need a striker. So out of all the strikers we could have got, yeah, Gyökeres, all right, cool. He would have been like, what, 80 odd million, whatever. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah. Ivan Toney, and this is the one that winds me up the most, yeah. Ivan Toney was sitting there waiting, and I mean waiting, you know, for someone to come in for him. That deal was so easy to get done, it was ridiculous, yeah. And the man's come out plenty of times in the past saying that he would love to play for Arsenal. So what other incentive do you need, yeah, to go and sign the man, fam? The man didn't even have to move out of London. All the man had to do was stay in his yard, yeah, just maybe travel a little bit further because he's only in Brentford, which is not far. You get me? He could drive a little bit further. He would have got maybe about 150, maybe 200 grand a week playing for Arsenal. He would have not have had to go all the way to Saudi, fam. And then you hear flipping the top gooner, and we all know who that is, yeah, saying that, oh, I heard from a source that Ivan Toney is interested in Arsenal and we've gone in for him. We never fucking went in for him, bro. We did not go in for him. We should have went in for him, but we didn't. The only team that went in for him was Saudi. We saw that because I watched Gunner's stream and he confirmed it because I know he knows people that knows Tony. So I will believe Gunner over the top gooner that said about sources. But yet there's no source, blood. The only source that I've seen is the Saka source because there's no other sources around, fam. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Like, this transfer window, yeah, and this might be even controversial, yeah, but I'm gonna say I don't even give a fuck, yeah.
It's right. This is raw.
It's gotta be, yeah, one of the worst transfer windows I've ever seen at this club. It's literally up there with when we signed Petr Cech. The only difference is, yeah, I had more confidence in that team than I do in this one. Because at least in that team, we had players that can actually make some sort of a difference. Like, we had the Sanchez's, we had the Ozils, we had Walcott. We had players that could finish. We just had a shit defense. Now, we don't have no striker. Havertz is a bum. Jesus is Jesus. I'm not even going to get into him, yeah. The only thing that made me smile in this window, yeah, and I can't even take it as a trophy or nothing, yeah, is the fact that Axel Foley is gone to Palace. That's the only thing that made me smile, fam. And I couldn't even smile for that long because it got ruined by this transfer window, fam. Like, when we got rid of him, we should have got someone else in straight away. Straight away. Like, why is it, yeah, that we leave ourselves short all the time, knowing that we have a weaker squad now than we did last season? No one knew about Calafiori because I didn't. You know what I mean? The only time I heard about him was when he was in the Euros. That is it.
Nobody. We never talked to anybody that mentioned him. Nobody, he never came up. Yeah. And just our backroom chat discussions with you know, with Bance and all. Nobody ever mentioned him. Not one thing. And then all of a sudden you look up and he's sitting there in an Arsenal kit all of a sudden. I mean,
and look how long that took, Matty. How long did that take to sign?
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
3 to 6 weeks. We're sitting there chasing the cat that we were the only people in for him, Lion. We were the only folks in for him. This is why I said this Edu is a fraud. He's a shyster. That's why I keep saying he's a shyster. Yeah. Because he's fooled everybody into thinking that he's doing his job when he's not. I listened to an interview today where he's just mumbling and bumbling. Mumbling and bumbling. He specializes in BS. Mumbling and bumbling. Talking about nothing. A whole lot of nothing comes out of his mouth.
That guy is just like what you're saying, Matty, is lollygagging. That's what he's
lollygagging,
doing, man. That's
stumbling,
exactly what he's doing.
stumbling and bumbling. When he opens his mouth, all you hear is stumbling and bumbling. Nothing. He's not saying anything. And people get caught up in the, oh man, he's saying this, he does this. Because he's mastered the art. There is an art. And it's called verbal judo. For anybody who doesn't know, go Google it. Verbal judo. Yeah. He specializes in just talking and making it sound like he's doing something when in fact he's not. He hadn't done anything. He was hired, Liontekz, to go and bring in the best available players to help Arsenal compete and win titles. That's the last thing we've gotten. We have spent, and I've been saying this all day. So people in the chat probably see me type this out in other chats today. Liontekz, we have spent the equivalent of what it would cost the United States to buy a missile for the defense, the United States Department of Defense. That's what our squad, the money we spent on the squad over this whole period of time. We could go buy a missile. We could buy a private island. We can go buy diamonds. We could buy so much stuff with $800 million. And then you look at the team the way it's constructed. And I asked you this summer. We were sitting back on one of our after we did one of the watch alongs there. I asked you, I said, does this team reflect the amount of money that we spent on it? And what did you say? Absolutely not. This team, we have been robbed, and we have been what I would have to say is highway robbery when it comes to the quality of football that we have been presented with up under this regime over 5 years. We have a 5-year running tab on the stupidity of one Edu Gaspar. We have a 5-year dossier of stupidity of this man consistently screwing up left and right. He can't close a deal. He can't open a deal. He goes and get the most easiest deal done. That Sterling deal was one of the most easiest deals that you could get because nobody was in for him. And he had no route into the team. So there's no way you're going to feed me that he had to go in there and work hard. Did you see his interview? Did you see his interview the other day where he's out there standing in front of the grounds?
Oh, yeah.
Puffing and puffing. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. We went out and we did this and we did. Yeah, we had to move. We had to move this and we had to get this and get that. I've got something special I'm working on in the background. That I'm going to do on this Edu coming out soon. I've got some stuff. I'm going to smoke his ass. I got something coming because this clown gets out there every single week and he opens his mouth. Last year was we're gonna win titles. Year before that, we take it serious. And then he gets out here and he provides us with the most stupidest transfers that you can see. We paid top dollar for Vieira to come to this team, only to send him back to the same team on loan. Think about that. We paid top dollar to bring this stooge to the team to send him right back to the same team on loan. This is absolutely a disgrace at how this football club has been ran, Liontekz. It is an absolute disgrace, and it has left this team naked time after time after time after time after time. And it won't show up right away. It will not show up right away. We will do fairly well this year in a few games. It will show up when we don't need it to. And it shows up in the most critical situations. We've got a Champions League draw that looks like hell on wheels. We've got players already. We spent 6 to 8 weeks chasing Mourinho. And then this brother here is out for 4 to 6 months, which nullifies the whole transfer. That nullifies everything about the transfer. So that means you're right back in the situation. You selling players that he just sent out players that we probably could have kept. And now we sit here looking like boo-boo the damn fool. We look like boo-boo the damn fool because we don't have anything in the cupboard. There's no canned goods in the cupboard. There's no cookie. There's baking soda. There's no soap. There's no water. You are in a house with absolutely nothing. Our squad right now is a house. You ever been in a house when ain't nothing in it? and you talk and you hear yo, you know, that's what our squad look like. A house with no furniture, with no nothing in it. You got a house, but ain't nothing there. This is exactly what this regime has done to this football club the last 5 years running straight. They have sold everybody a bunch of dreams and lies. And when you look up, there's absolutely nothing there, Liontekz. This is an embarrassment. I've watched Arsenal my entire life, just about it, and I have never seen an Arsenal transfer window as piss poor as I've seen this. This is actually worse than the year with Wenger. Because with Wenger, at least we could say, you know what? Like you said, the team was halfway decent. You know, we'll try to work with it. We'll try to make it. We'll try to go with it. You know, and you know, we won more before we spent $800 million. Do y'all understand that? That we won more with Wenger before we spent $800 million. We had success before we spent it. So now we have spent the money. We don't have a damn thing to show for it. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Second place finishes. Nothing to show ambition for the year. Nothing to show everybody that we want to go to the top. Nothing to show folks that, hey, we are going to go for the gusto this year. Liontekz, this man has set out there again and has completely pulled the wool over every last Arsenal fan that's gullible, and they have sat there and sold him a pack of dreams. He is a snake oil salesman. And I'm telling you, I told y'all I was coming for this Edu this summer. I told y'all I'm going to stay on his ass like white on rice. Every chance I get, I'm going to let y'all know this Edu is a fraud. Absolute fraud. I am tired of him living on the back of the Invincibles, playing that card over and over and over and over. He's still trying to preach that same sermon. That is done. It is over, brother. Your day at Arsenal is over, my friend. Calafiore. Oh, he's injured too. I heard about that earlier today too. I heard about that rumor. Yeah, I heard about that rumor. Appreciate that, brother Raul, for bringing that up. Yeah. So, brother, this team is DONE. We are hanging on like a thread. You watch these Kroenkes this weekend. All my fellow United States American brothers and sisters. Y'all watch that sorry ass Kroenke this weekend. The NFL kickoff this weekend. You watch how much they prop up that damn Rams team over there. You watch it. You watch this. Watch how they prop up these teams. You watch up how they prop this team up, and they make sure they have everything. I heard Curtis Shaw say yesterday about an article. I got to go find it, but they said he talking about putting a damn train station through downtown Atlanta, Los Angeles or whatever. Need to run a train right through that damn Emirates Stadium, right over Edu's ass, and get him out of there. Because this here, I'm here to tell you, buddy, we're only 3 games into this season, Liontekz, and I'm telling you, I have absolutely had it up to here with this team. I am sick of it.
Bro, like literally, yeah, we are literally on a life support machine right now, fam. That's how literally fine the margins are. Like the song says, yeah, because I've said so many times, yeah, that I've hate this club, but I love this club at the same time. Like the song says, there's a thin line between love and hate, bro. Right now, there's literally a thin line between love and hate with me in this club right now. Because I'm sick to death, yeah, of every single season. This bullshit still happening, bro. Like, honestly, it winds me up, yeah, because like, we all know, yeah, what we need, yeah. But for some reason, this clown, yeah, doesn't seem to know what we need.
Won't go do it.
But yet he's looking at the squad and thinking we don't need a striker. We don't need a right winger. We don't need another midfielder because Marino's injured now. So who the hell we're going to play in the North London derby? What, Jorginho and Partey? Like, this is what I mean, yeah? Because when we was talking, yeah, back in the summer, I was literally saying, yeah, we need at least 2 midfielders, and that's at the least, yeah? We need a striker, a right winger, a left back, another defender, and a goalkeeper. I said at least 6, 7, or 8 players at least at this club. Big up to Rosie every time. Yeah, literally, like I've been saying it so many times, yeah. But people think I'm crazy when I say this. Look, you're seeing the results of what I've been saying now. Now you lot will actually realize what I've been saying all summer. Because Matty expertly has said everything that I've been saying to a T. Everything that I've been saying is what Matty just said. So I'm not the only one saying this. You know what I mean? We've got like-minded fans, all that share the same view about this club. Yeah, we can all see that this club is not built to win right now, fam. Because we got, like I call him the Chuckle Brothers, isn't it? Like in England, we used to have a show called the Chuckle Brothers, and there was these two brothers that used to clown around and that and crack joke. That's what I refer to Eddie and Arteta like, because them two are in it together, you know. I don't think that Arteta is not part of this committee, because he is, because he's the one, yeah, that's literally saying, yeah, oh, okay, I'll just accept this. I'll just accept this. Why don't you actually call him out and say, you know what, yeah, I would actually rate Arteta more if he said, you know what, yeah, I'm not getting the players that I want.
Yep.
Eddie's not giving me the money for me to buy the players that I want. Like Emery said it, when Emery was here, yeah, remember in that January window when Emery was here, he literally came out and said, you know what, they're not giving me no money. I can only loan players. That's when I thought, you know what, they're definitely not backing that manager.
Yeah.
I knew from then, because I was like, how are you having a new manager? You're not giving him no money.
Yeah, nothing. You get him chunk change.
Exactly. What, he can loan players? What is he gonna do with the players that he can loan?
You remember we was in, what was that brother's name? What was that brother's name? That I know the chatter know. That brother's name that we kept loaning. We kept loaning him over and over. We loaned Odegaard was one.
Oh yeah.
Brother, man. It was Suarez. We kept loaning him over and back and forth, man, because they wouldn't back this man. They cut a check. They would not cut a check.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. And then you yeah. And you know what the worst thing is, yeah? We turned down a world-class manager, and I swear it rattles me so much, yeah, to get this man in, yeah, and then you give him all the money. And look at the results of the team. Look at the squad. Look at the squad. Like Matty said, we spent 800 million. Look at the damn squad. Does it reflect 800 million? Because if I was spending 800 million in my head, yeah, the squad ain't looking like this. I'll tell you that for free. I'd have at least 3 or 4 world-class players, yeah, and players that can literally do the job. Literally. For 1 year, I'll definitely be having a striker. That would have been the #1 priority this summer. The fact, yeah, that they signed a defender before a fucking striker said to me, yeah, we are not getting one. I said it on my show. As soon as we signed Calafiori, I was like, why are we signing the defender when we need a striker? Why? Why is that the first priority, the defense, when we got the best defense in the league? Did it really need touching? Yeah, all right, cool. I get it. Yeah, we need squad depth here. I have no problem with Calafiori signing, yeah, if you got the players in already. Had we got someone like Ivan Toney or like Bucharest or someone like that, someone that could score goals, yeah, and then you got a Pedro Neto, and then you got someone like Eze or Elise that we should have been getting, yeah, players like that, yeah, and then you got a Calafiori and a Marino, then I'll be like, you know what, cool. I'll actually be quite confident that we could actually possibly win the league. My tone would be so different right now had we got all of them players in. And it would not have cost a lot of money, you know, because Tony was 40 million. Yeah, that's chump change. You should have been paying that. Let's just be real. You've got money to pay 40 million because you had money to buy Calafiori. You had money to buy Marino. which is more or less the same price range that we have for Tony. So why didn't you get Tony? What? Because there was this stupid story about Arteta met him in a meeting and he didn't like his attitude. What do you mean attitude? What are you talking about? I don't see no one talking about Ivan Toney's attitude. I don't see the Brentford manager talking about his attitude. Every time I hear the Brentford manager, he's always saying, I love Tony. I want him to stay, but if he goes, I understand. He's a good player. I want to keep him. He's world class, this, that. He gasses him up. But yet, we're hearing stories about his attitude. We heard the same shit about Aubameyang, his attitude when we first came in. Did that stop us buying him?
Yeah, bro, they don't want to hear that, man.
But what is going on here? But you know what? Even if he did have an attitude problem, good. Because we need players with attitude. We need players like that. We need players that will ruffle feathers. We need players, that have some sort of aggression in them. These players that we got now, it's like we're in the kindergarten. But you hear this manager talking about, light bulbs and destinations and all this flipping. Oh, what was the other one that he said, man? There was one that he said that was ridiculous. The pickpocketing, that's the one.
Yeah, pickpocket.
The pickpocketing crap.
Out there, Carmen San Diego, and everybody, man, out there trying to go get.
Yeah, like pickpocketing, like this ain't road, we ain't on road. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? This is a football club. While they're having dinner, you're getting pickpocketers to take stuff out of their pocket and then showing them at the end of the meal. What the hell is that teaching them?
He needs to learn how to steal. What he should have had was pickpockets to learn how to steal a trophy off of City. That's what he should have been.
Yeah, pickpocket a flipping Premier League title. How about that?
It's ridiculous, man. You sit here. I mean, you sit here and you watch this thing, and you just see how it unfolds. And we out here buying our time. We played Wolves, the same style of play all year from last year. It's the same thing we've seen since last year. Slow, pathetic, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways. It's the same old thing. U-shaped football. This team is the same exact team we've seen for the last several years running.
You know what I call it, Matty? I call it the swinging.
The swinging.
Like when you're on the swing and you're swinging side to side.
Yeah,
that's the football. That's what it is. It's swinging side to side, like the candy dance. That's what it is. Literally.
And then you sit here and you look at the team, and you just say to yourself, bro, if we couldn't win it 2 years straight with the same team, what the hell make you think the same team gonna do it in 3 years running? What make you think? What make you think you're gonna eventually crack that nut the third time, bro? It is absolutely ridiculous how pitiful and ass backwards this football team is being ran. It is ass backwards how this football team is being ran. We have sat here another season, another transfer window, nothing brought in. Nothing has been brought in to help this team to get over the line. These were just grasping for air signings. They spent all of that money last summer. Top dollar. They paid Kai Havertz top dollar. 65 million euros. And where is the output? People are going, but man, I told y'all in June, I said 2 to 3 signings at best. Kai Havertz is going to lead the line, and I'll be damned if I didn't call it right down the pipe. I called Lee the 2 nights before Sterling signed, and I said, hey, man, don't be surprised if Sterling show up on his team. He said, man, what make you say that? He genuinely said, what make you say that? I said, when I look at Sterling, it ticks every box of Edu's laziness. I said, he's sitting out there unattached. He's a former player that worked under Arteta. They'll say he's going to get the best out of him. He's going to take him to the next level. He's going to unlock. And right back here again with him, with Arteta and his captain save our whole tactics. Over again, trying to save these players that can't be saved. and then trying to bring them back. Just like my brother brother Aaron said right there, the super rejects. We out here getting these super rejects, and bringing them to this football club. And then when they come here, we expect them to some way or another go down to the water and get baptized and come back out. They're gonna come out the water a whole new player. No, the shit was stinking before you went down there. It's gonna stink when you come back out. It's the same exact player. Nothing's changing. Nothing's going any different. We have sat here and embarrassed ourselves again in world football, and I'm here to tell you, everybody in this world see it. Edu is the laughing stock in boardrooms across the footballing world. He is the absolute ass. He is a jackass, absolute jackass. And it is embarrassing that this football club, 22 years since we won a title. I had hair on my head and was wearing Tommy Hilfiger the last time we won a title. That tells you that's been a mighty long time ago. I was rocking Tommy Hilfiger, Timberlands, and back when we all had the Averex goggles
Averex,
on.
Yeah.
Everybody remember. That was way back yonder, back 22 years ago. Absolute shambolic window. I mean, Liontekz, absolutely shambolic transfer window this past summer. I can't believe it. They come over here. See, I told you when we talked earlier this summer. I said the fact that they're bringing the rejects to the United States told you all you need to. You supposed to come with a tour like this. You supposed to be bringing the best of the best. You supposed to be bringing your signings in so they can get ready to roll. You get acclimated. Nope. The further we got, I said, no. They're gonna leave it late again, and that's exactly what they did. We ain't buying nothing in January. Yeah. We ain't buying nothing in January.
No. Nothing. We don't buy anyone in January anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So that was absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's ridiculous. And then we get into the season, Liontekz, and then here we go last weekend against Brighton. That display last weekend against Brighton just was a snapshot of everything that we've seen the last several years up under Arteta. What did we see? What did we learn? Arteta cannot coach under pressure. He does not have the answers for when it goes sideways. He doesn't know how to change when he needs to change. And he doesn't know how to head off trouble before it happens. Thomas Partey and Declan Rice were both sitting on yellow cards. And this man didn't think that something needed to be changed. You got two people in a physical position sitting down on yellow cards. Two people in physical positions. These are positions that you know that anytime it can go sideways. And instead of him handling it, this clown, that's fine. Everything's cool. No problem. And then Declan Rice. Let me find it again. I want you to see. I don't know if you see. I'm going to show it to you too. Let me show it to everybody. I want to show it to you too. Hold tight. Let me pull it up here. Let me pull it up right here. Let me see. Where is he at? I think I might have took it. Up there it is right there. Let me get him lined up for you. Right here. Look at this doofus right here. Look at this shine right here.
Oh my God.
Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Now, look at the look on that face. What part of altogether? Does he look like a man that's got it? He's controlled. That man knew he wasn't getting the ball right there.
Yeah, he was busting the gut trying to get to something that he was never going to reach.
Yeah, look at this right here. Look at that right there. Look at that. Just look right there. Look, never was getting to it. No. He was out of control last weekend. Declan Rice was out of control. And I told Lee in the broadcast, I said, Lee, this brother here is in trouble. He's out of control today. I can look right there and tell he's out of control. Out of control. And then you see this right here. And then he goes, and then we have the whole shebang. The second half comes out. Brother, they get into a little brouhaha. Brother rolls the ball. He kicks the ball. He gets kicked. And now you got chaos ensuing. Well, all he had to do, completely walk away from it. Hands up.
Yeah.
I'm not doing hands up. and then you might have got off, but instead you kick the ball, he kicks you, you fall down, you out. Now you got the Premier League ref, which we know ain't hitting on nothing. Everybody want to act like these referees betting up. Well, he's the worst referee. You knew that. We've known that for over 30 plus years. Premier League referees. Crash. We've known that. That is a known fact. That is a known fact. That is like you putting a match to gasoline. It is not changed. You know what's going to happen when you put a match to gasoline. It's the same thing with Premier League referees. Yeah, nothing's changed at all. So we know they stink. The fact of the matter is, we want to rely on the referees to bail us out. That's what the real underlying issue is for Arsenal fans. We want the referees to bail us out when it counts. But I told y'all, I told Tony yesterday that Newcastle game is still fresh in their Premier League referees' mind. They remember Arteta coming out there chastising them last season. We ain't getting them calls this year. We're not going to get the benefit of the doubt. These players are not going to get it. Look how many times Jesus was on the ground last year, rolling and kicking and spinning and all that stuff.
That guy's always on the ground.
Rolling and kicking and spinning. Zinchenko, all these guys rolling, kicking and spinning. Every time they get hit, you think these guys to give you some leeway now this year? No, and these teams know how to attack us now. They're going to. It's like old times. Liontekz. What the teams used to say about us back in the day? Rough up Arsenal. You play Bolton, rough you up. You play Wigan, rough you up. You play West Brom, rough you up. Rough you up. Sunderland, rough you up. Them teams rough you up. Then come to play Burnley, rough you up. It's the same old thing. And it's the same trope that we're dealing with now. And this manager is too ridiculous to even look around and say, you know what? I got to change something about this team. Instead, he relies on the same old thing that he's been doing the last several years that has resulted in nothing. And this season, it's going to result in nothing as well.
But this is the thing, Matty. That there shows his inexperience, because he has no experience. So he's not going to know any of this stuff because he's been put in a position where he's having to learn on the job. And like I've said many times, when you become an Arsenal manager, you have to be ready for the job. You can't be learning on the job because this ain't no Mickey Mouse team. You know what I mean? We're a big club. We're not like Swindon Town or someone like that. You know what I mean? Where you can afford to learn on the job. Like, he could have had a job like that. You know what I mean? And they probably would have been like, okay, cool. Build up yourself. And then when you get the experience, then maybe you could manage at Arsenal or someone like that. But build up your experience first. It's like, say like I wanted to become a pilot, I've never flown a plane before in my life, Am I expected to go into the aeroplane and fly all the way from London all the way to Australia without me not flying a plane before? They're going to laugh at me and say, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Why are you going to fly a plane all the way from London all the way to Australia when you've never flown a plane before?
But that's what we do on our we put Arteta in a Boeing 757 and say, take off, man. Go do what you're going to do.
Yeah.
We give you a minute.
Do what you're doing.
You can win.
And then we wonder why it's all falling apart. Because the man is not experienced. He doesn't know what he's doing. So why did we put him in this job in the first place? That's what annoys me. And then you got Edu, who's even worse than Arteta. Because this man is the man that's meant to be bringing the players in. But he's not even good at that.
Yeah,
he can't even bring his own players from his own country in.
And Liontekz, you nailed it right there. He's actually, I think his position is more damning than Arteta. Shout out to Darren. What's going on, brother? It's an absolute albatross of assigning to bring him in as the sporting director. That is the most critical position. That's actually more critical than the coach, because he provides the coach. The hierarchy should be, I provided you with everything that you need to get the job done. Now, if you can't get the job done, then you got to go. That's the way it's supposed to go. But under this regime, it's go along to get along. It's go along to get along. This is the good old boy club. What you see here, this is the good old boy club. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'm gonna take care of you. You take care of me. You know, we're gonna work the system. We can finagle it, make it look like we're doing something, man. You know, and then we'll sign a player here. We'll spend 65 million here to make them feel good. You know, we might get 100 here. You know, and then we'll go back to it. And that'll kind of hold them. We'll sign a player with a name, that way they'll feel good about it. That's what he's done. I told y'all, my old lady's from down there in Brazil. When we talk all the time, I say, baby, do you know who Edu Gaspar is? Hell no. Folks in Brazil don't know him like that, man. You say Gilberto, you say anybody else, you name anybody, they know who they are. You Edu Gaspar? No, man. No, bro. I told y'all when he was over there with the Brazilian national team, they were getting their ass kicked 7-0. That's all. I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody with that hierarchy.
He was there then as well.
No, nobody. No need for me to pick anybody out of that hierarchy. No way. No way. I told y'all he's good for one thing. He's good for getting that Guaraná. You go for getting the Guaraná. If I can pull it out there good to get that Guaraná, that couscous, and everything else. And that's it. This joker here is a shyster. And once again, we look up, he goes out there. He went and got Marquinhos, paid for Marquinhos when he was free. To send him back where he came from. Now think about that. That's what I think about that. Look at all these players. Look at the dossier of players that he's brought in. And look at where these players are. You remember we say here last year, Liontekz, me, you, Tony, Bance, Lee, all of us sat there on emergency stream, Jed, everybody. We say here last year, we talked about that bench. Hey, we need to strengthen this bench. What did folks say? Oh man, this bench is we good. We challenge it, man. What are y'all complaining about? Oh, well, the bench.
Apparently it's a strong bench.
No, whole bench gone. Just about. Yeah, everybody that was on that bench just about sold out, and then now all of a sudden we don't have nothing, and now everybody like, oh, we need to get some people on the bench. We need some more signings. What now? We're trying to tell y'all, now we short. We need a striker. Now people are gonna look up when you lose a game like Brighton, well, we ain't got no striker. But you just not figured that out. We've been telling you that for a whole calendar.
Exactly.
We've been telling you. And if this fool can't see it, you know we in trouble. We in major trouble this year. We're going to lose some games this year. We're going to lose some games. Don't think that Tottenham, people think we're going to mash up Tottenham. Don't think the Tottenham game is a gimme.
It's not.
It is not. Facts. It is not. That game has banana peel rope all over. And then the mighty Man City. Haaland has scored more goals than the Arsenal as a team. Bro, that's crazy. He had 9 touches last Saturday and scored a hat trick. 9 touches and scored a hat trick. So that tells you right there, bro, it's going to be tough.
It's long. It's going to be a long season.
Yeah.
Yeah. A long one.
Shambles.
Oh.
This is a disgrace. This is an absolute disgrace that this man has came out here and left this transfer window short. Has absolutely left this transfer window short again.
And this is the thing, Matty, yeah. We've got Champions League in between them 2 games, yeah, at Atlanta away, yeah. Then we've got the Carabao Cup. We all know, yeah, that they're going to bin these cups. I just know it already. Just by that transfer window, yeah, and the fact that we didn't get the adequate players that we need, yeah, guarantee you he bins one of them cups. He will bin one of them cups because he's going to be like, you know what? I don't think we're going to have the squad to compete on all fronts. So he's going to concentrate on the Premier League and the Champions League, and we're going to get knocked out in the Carabao Cup at some point. Maybe not to Bolton, but to someone else. Yeah. And then when the FA Cup comes now, it's going to be the same thing. Then that's why I've said all summer, we are winning nothing this season. We are not winning anything. Yeah. Look, and that transfer window confirmed everything that I was once saying. We're not winning nothing. We are not winning anything.
I've got a piece of audio here. Y'all know I'm going to play this here. Just let you listen to this clown talk.
Sometimes you have to be simple on the decisions, and sometimes you have to make decisions, even if the decision is not popular or unpopular. You have to be very strong on your ideas, what you believe, what is good for the club, what is good for the future of the club is and everything. So
now I'll give y'all some context. He's talking about when he came into the team to deal with the 2019, to deal with the players that were here when he got here. So y'all listen to this now.
For me, there is some elements here in football which always be
The man's full of shit, bruv. I swear to God, he's full of shit, bruv. What the hell is he talking about? I don't even listen to these guys, man, because this winds me up, bruv. I swear to God.
You see what I'm talking about when I say he just talks. He's just talking, just babbling.
He's just talking.
He's just talking. He's just talking. Just going on and on and on. Not saying a damn thing. Not saying a damn thing.
Yeah.
He's just talking.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, this is what I said. He's just babbling.
Yeah, it's just
you need attention. And if he's not performing, you're dead. Let's come back. If you have a player, 27 years old, 28 years old, big salary, but he's performing, you can accept. What you cannot accept, if you have those three elements, and one of them, when over 28, you started to be uncomfortable, it's better to you, move on. Because maybe this player is blocking someone younger as an asset to help you. So when I came into Arsenal, when I see all squads, with all my respect, almost everyone was over 26, 27, biggest salary is not performing. If you have those three elements, which club in the world wants to come here and buy one of our players? No one. So how you deal with that situation when you have those situations?
Now, we had Aubameyang in this team.
Did he just say that?
Yeah, you heard it.
No one that wanted to buy our players.
Nobody wanted to play. Aubameyang left for free, went to Chelsea. Chelsea made top dollar off of him. Sold to Barcelona. Barcelona made top dollar off of him. Marseille sold him, made top dollar. Matter of fact, made more money than both Barca and Chelsea. Top dollar. Going to Saudi. But this clown said we ain't got nobody we had nobody in the team at that time that nobody wanted. That's what he said.
Hands, you have to be strong. And sometimes you have to make decisions. So, or you go strong and try to make the decision to let those players go, or your project going to take, like, instead of to take 3-4 years, going to take 7, 8, 9. So, and then unpopular.
Y'all heard that right. You already just said, instead of 3 to 4 years, now it takes 7, 8 to see. You see how he slipped that in there? Let's go back in there. Let's go back in there. Y'all catch that again. Y'all catch it again.
Years going to take 7, 8, 9. So, and or you go strong and try to make the decision to let those players go, or your project going to take, like, instead of to take 3-4 years, going to take 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
See, they think they slick.
So this is a 9-year process, you're saying, then, yeah?
A shyster. That's all. He's a shyster. Snake oil salesman, man. A snake oil salesman, man. Why don't you see, when you watch other teams, why don't you see their sporting director come out and talk all the time? You ever notice that? When you watch other Premier League teams, you don't see their sporting director talk that much. You didn't say anything. They rarely talk. Because they talking is in the boardroom.
Exactly.
I never saw Brighton sporting director come out this summer and do an interview on anything. I wouldn't actively sought it out. I said, we're going to see what Brighton is. That's what I always tell Lee. Lee will always tell him this. Don't say nothing about Real Madrid. Look inside the house. Go look inside the league, and you show what the other team's doing inside the league. It hit home a little harder when you can go pull out Brighton and you pull out the minnows and you go show, well, let's see what they doing then. And then you go look and find out they over there conducting themselves like they got good sense. And then you got this stooge right here, out here talking this trash, talking about going from 3 to 4 years, now to 7, 8, 9, 10.
Bro. Then unpopular decisions start to come because most of the players they have those elements sometimes in the club. They have a fan base, they have the media with the love the players. But for the club, it's not healthy sometimes to keep the players in that situation. I start when I see every single player in the squad with those characteristics, and then I say, guys, we have to clean the squad with all my respect, and that's to build again a new foundation here. And then from that foundation, we need to sign players younger, with less salary, with better future, and hungry to help us to go for where we want to go.
You've not done this alone. Mikel Arteta, you two formed an immediate bond. You've appeared unshaken.
Now, mind you, I played that audio. I said, shout out to Lee for the raid, man. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you,
me, man. Every time.
I played that audio last year where they sat on the phone when the first interview that he had with Arteta. He said they spent over an hour before they even talked about the job. He said that. He said they before they even talked on the phone, they sat there for an hour talking about everything else before they start talking about the Arsenal job. This is why I said we have a complete stooge at this football club.
We're finished. We are finished.
We are washed. We are washed.
From the outside, there have been lows though. The club lost the first 3 games in 2021. The hashtag Arteta out was everywhere. But you fast forward to today, Mikel, not a strand is out of place on his incredible hair. The Arteta fist pump feels omnipresent on the sideline. Team is restated as one of the most elite in Europe.
You hear this? You hear this? You hear the journalists? Do y'all hear the journalists? Do y'all hear the journalists? Do y'all hear the journalists? This is what we be talking about. When Lee be raising here about these journalists, that's what we be talking about right there. You hear that, journalist? He is trying to make it sound like this team is going to the stratosphere.
It's like it's top of the food chain.
Yeah, we at the very top. Man. The only thing we at the top of Liontekz is the top of spending money. That's the only damn thing we at the top of, because we ain't done a damn thing else outside of that. We're the third most expensive team in Europe, and that's because we spent. I told you, everybody, shout out to these people coming in. I'll say it again for them that just coming in. This team under Edu and this manager, they have spent the equivalent of what a missile would cost for the United States Department of Defense. A missile, a Scud missile. That's the amount of money that we have spent on this team. You can go out and go buy a tank. You can go out and go buy all kind of military stuff. You can go get jets for the UK military. That's how much money we spent on this team. And y'all heard this clown just say, this clown, not Liontekz, but Edu. He said 3 to 4 years, and he said we'll bump it to 7, 8, 9. Phase 9.
He basically said, this is a 9-year process. That's what he said, people. So we're on phase 5 right now. So we've got 4 more phases. That's what he's telling me.
Yeah. So, have y'all ever seen anything where they just add, bro? It's like I used this analogy before with Lee. It's like timeshare. If anybody that's ever had to go get timeshare, know what I'm talking about. You out there going to the meet, it's one meeting after another meeting after another meeting after another meeting. They just keep adding on. It's like when people go buy cars and you get all the way there and they keep trying to sell you an extended warranty. You 20 times you tell, no, I don't want it. They keep trying to sell you an extended warranty. This is the same thing. They just keep adding on phases, adding on. Every time we fail, this just phase 35, phase 36, phase 37.
You see this, Matty, this is a death row contract. This is what it is. This is like being under Suge Knight. You know what I mean? You're not getting out of this shit.
Death
You're just
row.
not doing it, bro.
It is death row. It is that I couldn't have said it any better. It is a death row contract, bro. You are on skid row. You are on your way to nowhere. Quick.
Literally.
Was that Arteta at the beginning, the same gent we know and love today, or did something inside of him change in the midst of all that adversity?
Rush, I think we start saying something which is important here. Of course, I'm talking about processes, we're talking about how I think, but in the football club, it's impossible to do anything by yourself. It's impossible. So we need people around you. You need your coach, you need your teams, you need a legal, you need a financial, you need a communication, you need everyone in the same direction to make things happen. Oh, impossible. I can have the best idea in the world, but if we don't have the right people in the right area with the right support, it's impossible. And
he's talking about himself. He's talking about himself. He's talking about himself in real time. This guy here he's
a clown.
Clown.
I'm actually sick of seeing this guy. I'm sick of him.
It's like Aaron said the other day. He's a gremlin. A gremlin. This dude here, man. This dude here, bro. I'm telling you. I told y'all. I said that because see, Arteta. It's easy to go after Arteta. It's really easy to go after him. Nah, we're gonna move you to the side this year, buddy. We already know we ain't doing
No,
nothing.
it's on Edu now, man.
Yeah,
It's
because
on him.
we all know he ain't going
Telling you.
nowhere. You can go somewhere though, brother. Let's deal with you. Let's deal with Edu, because this Edu has to go. He has to go, brother. This guy,
all he does is barbecues on the Copacabana beach. That's all he does, bro. And he's flipping, sucking his toes, bro. That's all he does. That's all he's good at, bro. That's all he does.
absolute
Does nothing else, bro.
shambles, absolute
I
disgrace.
think we have that in the club. Okay, just to make sure here and be clear to you. And now going to Miko, for example, of course, Miko's in all those process, it's key element in everything. I try to do nothing what he's not comfortable with, and he also tried to do nothing what I'm not comfortable with. We start one relationship which we didn't know each other. We just knew each other from hello and goodbye. We never get, one time together, we just play against. And then we started to create a relationship, because I also believe relationships, you don't do that, you become your best friends. Relationship, you need the time to prove how you are, how you connect, how you trust. And now I think we are on one stage which for me is beautiful, because I believe we are much more than just a sporting director and a manager relationship. I believe
It's not like they dating. He talking like they dating.
You know what? You took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say that. Is this a date or something?
I
You
mean,
know
man,
what I mean? Like, what are we
when I
doing?
first met my wife, man, my wife, she was wearing this and that, and we all seen each other in passing at work and da. That's how this doofus talking.
Yeah.
He's talking like they could.
We had to build up a relationship. We weren't talking at first, but now we were talking, and then we got busy, and then we had a good relationship, and then we became a couple. Like, what the hell has that got to do with football, bruv? What are we doing here? Like, on the level, like, what are we doing here, man? What? Oh, I don't know. This winds me up, bro. It just winds me up. I can't.
This football club is DONE Tech. It is absolutely a joke. Absolutely. Yeah. I had something to start here. I'm gonna get back to Edu in a second, but I had something to start here I wanted to tackle. Let me see where I put it. There we go. Let me see. American ownership in football ain't it, man, especially for the bigger clubs. They just don't care at the end of the day. Now, I've long said this, and anybody who knows me personally knows I've said this. The thing about American owners is you got to hope you hit the lottery and get the one that want to win. There are some that would absolutely knock your head off to win. Go look at Wrexham. Look at what Wrexham doing. Go look at Wrexham.
Yeah.
Go look at Wrexham. If you want, Wrexham would do whatever it takes to try to get to the promised land. They just moving just like that. You look over there, and you look at this sorry ass Kroenke. The Kroenkes went shit when they left St. Louis. And anybody that's in the fact and here know what I'm talking about. When they was over at the St. Louis Rams, the way they did to St. Louis, you knew they weren't shit then. And so now all of a sudden, everybody think these folks done changed. No, they ain't changed. It's this whole thing is an absolute. I think Darren just put it in there a little while ago. Ponzi scheme. This whole thing is. It's like when you go to them insurance conferences and they tell everybody talking about they made all this money and they made this check and all that, and then you sign up for it and you find out you at the bottom of the totem pole. Ain't nothing going on. It was all the charade. That's what's going on here with Arsenal. That's going on here. It's a charade. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a lie. This whole 5 years, people are waking up. They are waking up and they realize it's a lie. This entire thing is an absolute lie.
We got finessed.
In Tech, we got finesse going all the way back to Highbury. What was the lie they told us? They told, we're going over there to compete. I told Lee the other day, I said, Lee, if we knew that in 2004, 2005, after we got the FA Cup, that FA Cup was a Community Shield against Manchester United. I can't remember now which one it was, but we on the free kicks. But after we won that, no, I tell you what. Let me rephrase that. After we got to that Champions League final, and we knew that the next year we were going to the Emirates. Oh man, shit, we ready to roll now, boy. We for the cook. 22 years later, man, I would have said, stay y'all ass right there. Don't y'all put one flat over there. Don't put one flat. Don't tear down one goalpost. Stay ass right there.
But you notice they were saying, we're going to the Emirates to compete. We were competing at Highbury. We were competing at Highbury anyway.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say that
We were
again.
competing at Highbury anyway. So what are we doing here?
Hey, Liontekz, who were we beating in the Champions League at Highbury? Call them off. Who were we beating?
I think the Juventus was one. We beat Real Madrid over 2 legs. That was at Highbury. We beat who else did we beat? We beat quite a few teams.
We
loads
beat
of teams.
We were beating quality
teams. Bayern Munich was another one. I remember the Bayern Munich game. We beat them one time. I think we got eliminated, but we did beat them at Highbury.
Chat. Everybody in the chat, start dropping the name with the mega powers we were beating at Highbury. So when folks tell y'all, oh well, we had to move to compete, we didn't have to move to damn compete. We were, like you said, we were already doing it. We were already doing it. We were doing it.
Leverkusen's another one.
Bro, we went
through
team after team after team after team. And then when we got to the Emirates, we were supposed to be surpassing these teams. That's what it was supposed to be. We were supposed to be surpassing. And then here we sit 22 years later. We sit 22 years later looking like a damn fool. Looking like a damn fool. And then now we've been told phase 9. Phase 9. That's what he said. You heard it. You heard it. We got sometimes you gotta go phase 9. Yeah, that's what he said. Phase 9.
Yeah.
They have ran a game. I'm telling you, boy, it is step and fetch. They have ran a game on Arsenal Football Club. This is right here. I told y'all in 20 plus years, people are gonna go look back at this team. They're gonna go look back at this whole thing, and they're gonna do a documentary. You know, you see these documentaries that be on Discovery and all that. There's gonna be a Discovery. Yeah. How did they finesse Arsenal that bad? How did Arsenal they spend all that money only to get 2 second place finishes? That's what it's gonna be. A finesse. This is a finesse of the highest quality, what we have seen. This transfer window encapsulates every single thing about Edu and this regime and this Kroenke. All of them. They're all complicit in it. All of their shit stink. All of it stink. All of it. All of it. Look at the teams we done went through. Barcelona. Barcelona. Juventus. Roma. All these teams we done beat. And then we supposed to sit up here and take just anything, a hand-me-down. Brother, we up here getting Raheem Sterling.
No.
What Arsenal, you know what? What Arsenal fan in the last 5 years said they wanted Raheem Sterling to play for Arsenal?
No one, bro. Not even when he was at City.
What I'm gonna say it again. What Arsenal fan in the last 5 years said bring Raheem Sterling to the carpet to get us over the line? Fine. Show them to me. Because I heard Ivan Toney last summer.
Yeah.
That's what I heard last summer. I heard Ivan Toney. Now all of a sudden we way down here to Raheem Sterling. This
and you know what, mate? What is it with us, and getting flipping Chelsea players and the worst ones as well? What is it with this club?
Why do we keep
doing this?
Hey, why wasn't Wenger in for Drogba, for Ballot, Flart Maluda,
Essien, all of these man, Makaleli.
Go back in for Ashley Cole. Why did we go in for? Why we weren't getting the best of these? We getting doggone Christmas hand-me-downs, man. I tell we getting socks that's getting passed down for 5 generations.
Yeah.
We getting Fat Albert t-shirts from 1975. That's what we getting. Fat Albert t-shirts from 1975. They handing us down Cabaz. They giving us old stuff, Teddy Ruxpin. All this old stuff we can hand it down.
And it's all rotten as well. Bro.
Rotten.
Rotten.
Up the shirt. All this stuff. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. This is Arsenal freaking Football Club, and we consistently keep going in for other folks' trash. Keep putting our hands in other folks' trash, Lion.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And then we got a fan base that gnaw it off. That absolutely love it. They eat it up. Eat it up. Of course. We're challenging. Yeah, we're ready, man. We're challenging.
Yeah,
Bro,
we saw the PR channel. We saw the video with I think it was with Turkish and them lot. And Turkish was going mad about us signing Sterling and all of that. All the other ones were justifying it, saying, "Oh, he's a good player. He'll get us over the line. He has experience. He's won in the past." All this nonsense. We heard the same thing about David Luiz. We heard the same thing about Petr Cech. We heard the same thing about Jorginho, Havertz. The list goes on. And I mean, how many times are we going to get Chelsea rejects? And not just Chelsea rejects. We got Man United rejects as well in the past with Silvestri and flipping all these other people. But yet we, on the other hand, Matty, yeah, we sell them our best players.
Bro,
Our best players we sell to our rivals. We've been doing it for how long?
popcorn makers.
Yeah. How long have we been doing this for?
We get the lowest of the fucking lowest.
Exactly. We get the bums of the bums. Literally below the trash. We get the chewing gum that's on the bottom of your shoe. That's what we get. Literally. Like, how long is this gonna go on for?
You know what, Arsenal, you know I'm gonna start calling us, man. The way we keep buying. I already, because I know what I'm about to say, and I already know what your answer gonna be. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna start calling Arsenal Football Club the Simps, the White Knight, Simps. That's what we are. We are White Knight Simps. We are White Knight Simps trying to go around and save everybody. No, you can't save them. Oh man, yeah, I can overlook that. Oh, don't worry, we can fix that. They wrote a song out back in the early 2000s, said, "Don't save her, she don't want to be saved." Bro, leave that joker, let them be. Let them watch down, let them bust downs be, man. Let them bust down players be.
You know what it is, mate? It's like, you know, TLC, we don't want no scrubs.
We keep
That's
buying.
What I relate to. We don't want no scrubs. We don't want no scrubs.
We keep buying the scrubs.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we keep buying the scrubs.
We keep buying them. Oh my god,
it's wild. Wow, Lee, I sent the link to you, brother. If you check your inbox, check your WhatsApp. I sent the link to you. But it's absolutely ridiculous that we keep getting these bust down players. We're never in. We are never in for the best of the best. I told Gunnar this one time. I said, bro, why don't we test the team and just pull up one time and say, hey, we putting $250 million on the table. We want your player. Well, we're just pulling the Dodge one day and do that just to see what happens.
Yeah, just test the waters. At least.
Yeah. Oh man, we want to keep good relations. But did you keep good relations with Atletico Madrid when you dropped the last minute bid in on Thomas Partey? Was that good relations? Huh? See, it's all BS.
Oh,
it's all BS. When it suits them. When it suits their narrative, it's all BS. You know
what is it about this good relations bollocks anyway? What is that achieving? Good relations? What, you're just giving them free money to do what? We're not even benefiting out of it. We're just giving away money. Like, at least, yeah, if you're doing good relations, yeah, do it with a football club, yeah, that will recommend their top quality youngsters to be like, you know what, Edu, there's this guy here. He's an absolute baller. He's going to be something. Then I could think, you know what, there might be something in this. There's nothing, Matty. There's nothing. We're just giving away money. You might as well just give it to the blind man down the street. He'll just run off with it. That's what's happening. You know what I mean? We're paying money for free products. It's free. Just take it. Like, why do you need to pay money for something that's free? That's like me going to the mango tree, yeah, and paying the tenner for the mangoes when I could just pick it off the tree. I could just pick it off the tree and eat it. Why do I need to pay for it when it's free? It's there. I can take it. It don't make no sense. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it, man. It's just beyond belief, bro. It is beyond belief. This club, honestly.
I'm telling you,
like, It's arse backwards. That's what it is. It's arse backwards.
It's a circus. It's a circus.
Yeah,
This football club is a circus. This is absolutely, people. We're gonna come out one day. We're gonna wake up, man. We're gonna watch Arsenal one morning, and you're gonna see people out there on the field with unicorns, not unicorn, but unicycles, hula hoops, lion, putting head over the lion and all that stupid shit. That's Arsenal. People laughing. I used to say about Benny Hill. I was like, you cut on Benny Hill music and watch Arsenal. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. Monty Python, Holy Grail. It's the same exact thing. Watching Arsenal. It's embarrassing how we ran. I watch other football clubs, and like I said, I don't even have to go to Real Madrid. I can just go circle it back over. Look at Brighton. Look at Leicester City. Look at these other teams. How they run. Follow.
Aston Villa, another one.
Aston Villa.
Could have went there run their clubs.
Yeah, they run completely different. You look at us. Look like complete idiots. Us and Spurs are look like complete fools. Complete fools. Two of the same. I said two of the same. We just like it.
Yeah, North London together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two of the same. Two of the same.
Oh,
this is why. Then our fan base want to come out there, and then when we playing Bayern Munich, a team like Bayern Munich, talk about be afraid and all this stuff. Bro, let me tell you something. Two hours on my mind. This Champions League coming up. Matter of fact, the whole run-up we got. I told Tony last night, the next 22 games of this football club, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. It seems. And that's confirmed because Kenny just sent it to me. Calafiore is officially injured.
Oh,
so guess what, bro? Guess what? He ain't playing next week. So guess who goes into that position now, my friend?
Yeah, I was literally just gonna say it.
You know who's
Bart Simpson at left back.
Eat my shorts is pulling them into town. Eat my shorts is pulling into town. Eat my shorts is pulling into town.
And we all know what happens. What happens when he pulls into town? He goes way over there. Way over there. He ain't in his position. He's in left back. I'm in right back. Or he's in midfield. Or he's in the flipping number 10. Everywhere but his position that he's supposed to be in. Honestly, I can't take this no more. I can't.
No,
I don't know how I'm going to get through this season. I really don't.
People were talking about, we need to sell him. People saying, we're going to sell him. I tell you before, he's selling him.
He gave him a new number. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
Bro, we are washed, rinsed, and repeat this season. We've seen this. This is why I keep telling folks, what y'all think gonna change? Well, we've seen this already. We've seen this. I've tried to be, bro. 2 years ago, remember I told you? Remember I said on that panel with you, Tony, and Matt? I said we're gonna look back at this season. 2 years, 3 years from now, y'all are gonna really feel the pain because we should have won that 93%. We had it right there.
Oh, bro, that should have been wrapped up.
And now you look back at it now, and it really hurt because we had them dead for rights. We may have completely changed everything around if we done what we were supposed to do. Yeah. Now you fast forward 2 years, and you right back to the year before that. 2 years before that. We 2 years before the 93% now with the team we got right now. We 2 years. We're back. You know what this team resembles? This team resembles the year we finished 5th. This team,
you know what? That's true, though.
That's what this team look like. This is the way the team is constructed is the same way I felt when the team finished 5th. We went from 4th to 5th overnight.
You should have been sacked on the spot just by that alone.
Yeah, and people are telling me that, we need to be positive, we ready to roll. And I'm seeing people rating 8 out of 10s, 7 out of 10s. I told you, I've seen somebody say this was one of the best windows we had since Wenger left. This place is crazy.
Like I've said so many times, it's like what Rick James said, like cocaine is a hell of a drug. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Literally, bro. Because these men, are just on some next planet. Because how can you look at this window and honestly look at yourself in the mirror, and think this is a 7 out of 10. I said on my stream it's a 1 out of 10, and that's only because we signed 3 players. Otherwise, it would have been a 0. And you know what? Fuck it, it's a 0 because 2/3 of them are injured.
Did you see the look on? Have you watched the Fulham video with Reece Nielsen?
Oh yeah, I seen it the other day. Yeah.
Did you see the relief on his face? You ever seen somebody like a?
Oh, he looks happy.
You ever seen somebody come out of a hostage situation? Like when you watch them videos on the news and you see somebody who was held hostage for 5 years or whatever, and they finally release him, and they take the bag off their head.
Getting out of jail,
They go
boy.
off the plane. They got on fresh clothes. And they look, they excited, looking around like, wow, I'm glad, that's how Reece Nielsen was looking. He was looking like a man.
It reminds me of like when Vibes Cartel does come out, bro. You can see the relief on his face. He's happy now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's out of jail. He's chilling. He's writing new tracks. He's living his life now. That's what Reece Nielsen is now. He's free. He's free from the prison.
Think about it. When he got off the plane, Emma Smith rolled out. Was that agreeing? The goalkeeper was there.
Leno, yeah.
The other brother, he was there.
Boamorte.
Yeah.
Awobi.
All them brothers were there. Hey, bro, we know what you're going through over there, man. Come on over here, man. Come give me a hug.
We've been there, man. We've been there.
We've been there. What you saying, Lee?
All right, bro. I haven't heard
Lee.
the whole Edu thing. Bless up to both of you guys. Bless up the chat as well. Smash the like
Big
button.
up Lee every time, man.
And I rewound it a little bit while I was just eating my soup. My missus made a nice little chicken soup, man. So I was just like eating that. But yeah, let me jump on if you're still live. Yeah, and I swear to God, yeah, this guy has got the audacity to talk about 7, 8, 9 phases. 7, 8, 9 phases. Like, but this is where they con everyone, yeah? They are telling people phase this, phase that, phase this, phase that. But each phase doesn't equate to a year. It doesn't equate to a year. We've been duped into thinking phase 1 is year 1, phase 2 is year 2. We could be on phase 4, which Arteta has said before, yeah, that phase 4 is getting a team ready to win. Phase 5, no, Edu said it actually. Phase 5 is actually going and sustaining trophies and winning trophies and keeping them sustainable, yeah? So we haven't actually won any trophies, so we're still on phase 4. And my man's talking about 7, 8, 9 phases. We could still be here with Arteta's son in charge in 2061. Wins puppies have had puppies. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's embarrassing. How people don't call this crap out, bro, is in madness. Yeah, now Calafiori got injured tonight. I don't know how bad the injury is. Yeah, Saliba dropped a generational stinker. Yeah, like, I don't know what he was doing for that third Italy goal. Like, honestly, mate, baby giraffe. Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble this season, guys. Yeah, and we have not done anywhere near enough to go and compete for any trophies this season. And if we lose to Tottenham or draw to Tottenham, let's say we draw with Tottenham, yeah, and then we go and lose to Man City, it's curtains. It's done.
That's it.
Because as soon as we're 6, 7, 8 points behind them, we ain't ever catching them. No chance. Nowhere in a million years we catching them. Yeah, if they go 7, 8 points clear of us, we ain't catching them. And maybe, just maybe, people might start waking up at that point. Yeah, I watched Odegaard's last 25 minutes for Norway against Kazakhstan, 0-0. Away to Kazakhstan, 1 shot on target the whole game. They had Haaland up from Odegaard. Odegaard got an 8.5 rating on all these apps, yeah? I watched the last 25 minutes. He did nothing. Literally nothing. How do they rate these, man? That makes no sense to me. Yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. Yeah, we're dusted this season, man. Yeah, we're finished. Yeah, and maybe people will wake up in it. But even if we finish second, this lot will probably still suck him off.
Yeah, we're on that death row contract, Lee. That's what it is. The Suge Knight contract. We are on it right now, and there's no escape right now. Bro. That's how I feel about it, anyway. Bro.
The only way
there's no end to this stupid process that we're going through.
It's
literally.
Go on, mate.
No, let me bring this out. And that's exactly what he said. Don't worry about it. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Oh, but it's a problem when it's Kieran Tierney, yeah.
Bingo. Oh. See, the injuries matter when it's somebody that they don't have an invested interest in.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. It doesn't matter unless it's Kieran Tierney.
This football club is dusted. It's DONE. Washed, rinse, and repeat. I told y'all, get ready. Wash, and rinse, and repeat, y'all. This season is DONE. I told y'all. Where is that? Let me bring it back. Bring it right back. Where is he at? Write that there. 5882. This is where we at, y'all. We are back at 8. We're right back there. We're right back there. This team looks identical to that year right there.
Do you know what's crazy as well, right? If they get rid of him, which I don't think they will, the only way he goes is if he decides he wants to leave. Yeah, and he finds a bit of shame and says, I've took the club as far as I can go. So if let's say we finish 4th this season, yeah, right, may happen. Yeah, let's say we finish 4th. Do you think he will leave? I don't think he will.
Nah.
Because he's got a cushy number, bro. He's going to get paid nearly as much as Pep, right? Now, if they do part ways and the fans start turning, which they won't, because they will say, oh, but look, he's built us up from the gutter. No, he never. We finished 5th the season he got the job. Season before he got the job, we finished 5th. 2 points off 3rd in the Europa League final. Yeah. Do you know what the mad thing is? I said this with Rance earlier. Right? Since he's won that FA Cup, he's only won 2 FA Cup games in 4 years.
2, you know.
That's
Yeah.
That is mad.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Say that one more time, Lee. Just say how many he's won.
Yeah, say that again.
Since Arteta won the FA Cup, we've had 4 FA Cup campaigns since. He's won 2 FA Cup games.
Hold right there. Y'all let that sink in. And we're paying this man top dollar. This man is getting paid top dollar. And Edu is getting paid. I told you I'm going to link the two of them together. It's not going to be one with it's going to be both of them. Edu.
Yeah, the Chuckle Brothers.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
He's right there in line with that. He's right there in line with that.
And
2.
you know what? 2 games, because we got knocked out in the 3rd round twice in the last 4 years, and we got knocked out in the 4th round twice. The 3rd round is our first round because we're in Europe, yeah? Or Premier League, high up the table, whatever, however they work it. So he's done 2 3rd round exits. That's our first round. And then the other 2 campaigns out of the 4, he got knocked out in the 4th round. So he won the 3rd round twice and then lost the 4th round. So he's won 2 games in the FA Cup since he's won the FA Cup. That's embarrassing. If you look at our team, yeah, our squad, who are the only players we're missing from our bench at the weekend? We're missing Marino. We're missing Jesus. We're missing Tomiyasu. Is there anyone else? I think that's it.
They list everybody.
Kieran Tierney. He'll throw Kieran Tierney on the bench, but forget Tierney for a second. Marino, Jesus, and Tomiyasu. So the only attacking option we have on the bench, obviously Sterling's there now. The only option we have on the bench is Martinelli or Trossard off the bench because he's going to play Sterling. That's the only option we have off the bench. We ain't got nobody to play in number 10 if Odegaard's dropping a stinker or gets injured. We ain't got nobody to go on the right wing if Saka gets injured or is dropping a stinker. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, we've got no
800 million deep. And this is our squad. We've gone backwards, mate.
I'll keep putting them numbers. That's 58,822. 5882. I'm going to keep calling that number out. 58822.
We've gone backwards.
And you know, Lee, when you said about the 2 games that we won in the FA Cup, one of those games was Oxford United.
Yeah, Oxford United.
Oxford United, you know.
Oxford United. Who was the other one?
That's some.
Yo, chat, help us out, man. Who was the other game he won in the FA Cup, 3rd round? It's actually embarrassing.
That's what I mean.
Oxford United was one. Who was the other one? When it's Sutton. Maybe it was Sutton.
One of them lower league teams, I'm sure it was.
Or was that the season we won it? I can't remember. No, it wasn't the season we won it. Newcastle, extra time, was it? Was it Newcastle extra time? I don't know. He's won 2 games in the FA Cup since he's won it. That's a joke.
See what $800 million can do for you. Y'all think y'all talking bullshit. I'm gonna prove this for y'all. $800 million. That's what we spent on Arsenal Football Club, and look what the United States government doing. $800 million. Look at that, bro. Arsenal could fund Social Security the way we throw money around. The way Arsenal throw money around, we could fund Social Security. Bro, let's just think about that. $800 million, y'all. Lee, $800 million. Not one time in that did I hear a world-class player that you called out. coming off that bench.
Mate, our bench is Calafiori, Sterling. Well, Sterling at start, so Martinelli.
Facts. Bike thief. Facts.
Yeah, so we've got Calafiori, we've got Tomiyasu, Trossard, Martinelli. Who else? Who else is there? Jorginho.
Oh yeah, forgot about him.
So we've got, yeah, Jorginho, Calafiori, Martinelli, Trossard. Who else is there? A goalkeeper. Oh yeah, Norbert. Yeah, there's 5. Yeah, who else? Who else is there? I'm struggling. I'm struggling to think of anyone else.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
29. Oh, Zinchenko. Yeah, 29 a start. So 6. They're the 6. Jesus 7. That's our bench. Jesus, Zinchenko, Calafiori, Martinelli, Trossard, and Norbert. And one. Who was the other one? Jorginho. That's our bench. We're finished. And then we'll throw a couple of academy kids on the bench. Yeah, this Nwari has played about 7 or 8 minutes of Premier League football. What's he going to do?
What I told you about Nwari, what I told you about him over the summer, I said if you're not going to play him, loan him out to a team that he could go out.
Yeah.
Send him to Dortmund. Send him over to Dortmund. Let him go get some experience, some skill about himself. Instead, he puts him on the. See, to him and Edu, they love these human shields. That's a shield.
Oh, Kivior as well. Forgot Kivior.
That's a shield.
Oh yeah, he's still here. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's on loan. Yeah. He's on loan, right? Then we send him out on loan.
We kept him. Kivior's still here, bro.
He's still here. He's still here. He's still here.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. He's still on his team.
Yeah.
He's still there, bro. He's still here.
We did not send him out on loan.
No.
No.
Damn. I'll be damn. Now y'all dropped the bomb on me then. I thought he was out on loan. Wow.
No.
I'm genuinely blocked. You know how you take your breath away? I'm like, wow.
We're done. We're dusted.
That sums it up.
We are in major trouble, y'all. And people are running around here talking about 8 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s. Best window since Wenger. Bro, we in trouble.
I want to know who actually said that. I want to know who said that. Surely, you know how you watch Instagram and folks be talking. I should have put it in the group. How folks be babbling. Yeah. Fucking deluded idiots, man. I'm telling you.
Unbelievable.
We're dusted, mate.
Lee, bro, we in trouble. It's gonna be scenes this year. It's gonna be some scenes this year. We are right back, like I stated, we are right back to where we were before we finished 8th place. The team is naked. He sold off play. See, like I told you, he sold. They last year when we all said the bench was dusted, they said, "Oh, y'all crazy." Then we sell the bench this year.
Yeah,
we sell the same bench. We sell it this year. We get rid of most of it, and then now that there's nothing there. Jez, shout out to Jez. I see you in the chat, Jez. How you doing, brother? Jez called this, man. He called this. He said it 2 weeks ago. Jez said we're weaker than we were last year.
Yep.
There we are.
I'd almost go further and say we're worse than we were when Arteta started, busting up the team. We're actually worse than that.
At least we had some players then.
There you go.
No, I mean we had the striker then.
Yeah, we had the skeleton of a team. Actually had a team before he started busting it up. You see, Edu, gonna go back to Edu and Arteta masterminded this situation we in. This is they doing. This is all they players.
I'm just looking now. Yeah, our FA Cup and League Cup campaigns under this manager. FA Cup, we obviously won it. The following season, 4th round. The following season after that, 21-22, 3rd round. Following season after that, 4th round. Last season, 3rd round. 2020-2021, quarterfinals. of the EFL Cup. The following season, 21-22, semi-finals lost to Liverpool. The following season, third round, and last season, fourth round. This guy has not been to a single final at all since he won the FA Cup. And he's been to one domestic cup semi and one European semi, and that was when he lost to Villarreal. So he's been to 2 semis and 1 final in 5 years. The 5 years of Wenger's worst, his last 5 years, we finished 4th in an FA Cup. We finished 4th in an FA Cup. We finished 2nd in no cup. We finished 5th in an FA Cup. And then he finished 6th. And we got rid of him. What are we actually doing here, bro?
Makes me think we should have probably kept Wenger if it was this bad.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. No, it's mad.
It's a madhouse. I told you we're gonna wake up one Saturday morning. I'm gonna hop on to watch along with Lee. And Ola, we're gonna be sitting there, and all of a sudden you're gonna see lions come out there, elephants, people on unicycles. It's a circus. This football club is absolute circus. And it's from top all the way down to the fans, all the way down to the bottom. Everybody's in on it. And people are just moving around like there's nothing wrong. And you know what? It mirrors when we got put out the Champions League. You remember everybody, and then we finally got put out league. That's when folks wanted to start looking around like, oh, well, what's going on here? What's the problem? What's the problem? That's what it's going to take. If Spurs, any of these new managers or anybody else have any modicum of success this season, then that's when folks will starting to look a little bit like, well, wait a minute. What's going on? And this is why I keep saying, the man got $800 million to spend. Look at what he's spending on. I told you early in the broadcast, Ted, I said, we bought Vieira only to loan him back to the team we bought him from.
See, decisions like that is what winds me up. You know,
he should be fired.
Why the hell did we buy him in the first place?
He should be fired. He should be fired on the spot.
He should be sacked for that alone.
Bro, he should be sacked.
That's incompetence.
He should be sacked, right, for allowing Aubameyang to leave this football club for free, along with Richard Garlick,
for Chelsea,
because they both agreed we couldn't get a penny for him. We then give him to Barcelona for nothing. He wins a title, scored about 15 goals for them. They then sell him for 12 million quid to Chelsea 6 months later. Both of them should be sacked. One of them still in a job, and the other one got promotion off of that. He's now our CEO, Richard Garlick. Yeah. Granit Xhaka, 14 million quid.
14 million.
We signed Mikel Merino with 1 year left for 30 million.
Only for him to get injured, and now he's out for 46 months.
Who's the better player, Mikel Merino or Granit Xhaka? And I hate Granit Xhaka, bro, but he's a better player than Mikel Merino. And we sold him for 14 million, and we bought this one with 1 year left for 30 million.
We paid 30 million for him when Fofana went for 25 million. Fofana for Monaco went for 25 million.
Rejected 30 million for Maitland-Niles and let him go for free. Remember that? Wolves bid 30 mil, 27 mil.
Rejected 30 million for Axel Foley to be selling for flipping
25 million. We rejected we rejected the same deal 5 times only to accept it.
The same, yeah. We allowed Smith Rowe to leave this football club for £27 million plus 7 add-ons. These men love to add the add-ons on. The add-ons are not adding on yet, mate. Yeah, it's 27 million. If he played for Chelsea, they'd get 47 for him. They get 47 for him. If Granit Xhaka played for Chelsea, they would have got 30 million for him.
They might even got more for Granit. They probably would have hyped that up. Oh, man, it's Premier League experience. Yeah, hyped him up.
So they probably would have got more for Smith Rowe. Because look how much they sold Havertz for.
Yeah.
And it was dusty.
Yeah, Mason Mount. Bro, they're selling academy graduates for 17 million to Burnley. Never kicked a ball. Never kicked a ball for Chelsea first team. 17 mil. And we sold. Yeah, check this one. This is the best one though. We sold Aaron Ramsdale for 18 million.
That's the one that was it's just ridiculous.
18. Like, what are we doing? 18.
Yeah, and people are saying, oh, he had 2 years left. That's a great piece of business.
Yeah, that's another one. Big up Vegas. Sold Mavropanos for 3 million to the Bundesliga. They sold him to West Ham for 21 mil. How are these fans still got a job, bro? Real talk.
Yeah. This is why I
It's
said
amazing, isn't it? It's amazing.
this is why I said this year we're going to highlight and we're going to stay on the back of this Edu.
Let me remind you of this one. Amari Hutchinson, let him leave for free to Chelsea. He played 49 minutes in their first team. They sold him for 30 million quid to Ipswich.
We have a friendly relationship. I know my family, so we get to well together. So I think we did something special here as well, which helps our relationship, but helps the club as well to make sure that two guys in the same position, they are right, they can help the club to move forward.
Last question for you. You're a former member of that legendary Invincibles team that went the entire season unbeaten. You know exactly what it takes to win an English title. You've got a unique POV on where this Arsenal squad is right now. As you talk to us about the mindset a team must have, they almost need to be perfect in this season ahead. What's it take to never lose focus? And then tell us, does this season's Arsenal squad have that?
I think so. I think we have proved already how much far we can go as a squad. So this season also, if we can add some more quality in the squad to help to increase even more the quality and the performance of the team, we're looking to do that. I think Mikel put one strategy and one culture in the football, which is right to do that, in pushing to the winning mentality. And the winning mentality doesn't mean just to go there and win games. The winner mentality is when you are home, when you're training, when you're resting, when you're eating, when you're sleeping. And that mentality, I believe we already have a very strong in our squad because of Mikel put his culture, his ideas, and everybody absorbed that in the beautiful way.
Beautiful way. 2 second place finishes back to back. Hadn't won a trophy in God knows how long. Winning ways.
And it's a beautiful way, apparently. Yeah. I swear these men are full of shit, you know.
I told you.
I swear to God, they are, bro.
He's a shyster. Lee, we've all worked, all three of us have worked in a professional setting. You know the joker that come to work that just talk shit, ain't done nothing. He's a bullshit. You know we all call him? A professional bullshit artist. That's what everybody calls him, professional bullshit. That's Edu. Edu's a professional bullshit artist. He's just talking just absolute foolishness.
Yeah, he just said a whole lot of nothing.
That's what Arteta does. His press conferences, he just says a lot without saying anything.
Yeah. Just goes around in circles. I was watching, it was somebody I watched in a press conference recently. It might have been Ancelotti. It was somebody I watched, and they were asking the question that was getting asked was the question that was getting answered. Whatever the journalist asked, that was on that. You asked Arteta, well, are you looking at making any more signings? Well, you know, we can strengthen the team. We'll try to see what we can do, and you know, we're still working hard, and you know, we've got a lot to do, and you know, just a bunch of absolutely nothing. Just
to answer Vegas Gunner's comment here, he said, was Richard Garlick at West Brom when they got relegated? I just Googled it, and he was. Then off of the back of that, 2 years later, he was a sporting director of professional football at Arsenal. Then off of the back of that, this summer, he's been made managing director of sport at Arsenal.
And we wind up with Raheem Sterling, y'all.
Bro, it's beautiful. We want to build a winning culture. Mikel's doing that. It's not just that. It's not just on the pitch. It's at home as well. It's at home as well. In your sleep, it's at home. Okay, cool. When can we actually win something? Because they talk a good game, didn't they?
This is exactly. When can we actually win a fucking trophy? How about that?
Do you remember when was it Martin Keown was standing touchline with Rio Ferdinand, and he said, "Oh, Arteta is a winner," and Rio was like, "He ain't won anything."
Yeah,
exactly. Was it Rio? Was it? I'm sure it was Rio that said that.
Yeah, it was Rio.
It's like you can't call someone a winner if they ain't won anything.
Yeah, people
exactly.
and it's people. This is emotionalism. It's just everybody just get caught up in this. Oh man, feel good. And for what? Feel good for what? We ain't done a damn thing. Ain't done nothing. The way our fans talk about Arsenal, you would have thought we won 5 Champions Leagues in a row. That's the way. That's the way. You know, when you look, if you were to bring somebody who doesn't watch football and then just showed them the super fans and let them hear them talk. They said, "Man, damn, y'all must be pretty damn fucking good."
Yeah. If
Bro,
you showed them the way the hierarchy speak, yeah, and showed them the super fans, showed them some tweets off of the top gooners, and just say, how many trophies do you think that this football club have won in the last 5 years? And they'll be like, "Why? They've got to be good. They got to be good." You go, "Yeah, they've won one 5 years ago."
we hadn't won a league in 22 years. Hadn't won a league in 22 years.
The player, even the staff as well. So when you're talking about here, we're talking about everyone, and that's elements of understanding how to win, what you need to do to win, as we did in our time when I play for here. So every single minute, every single day, be consistent and be professional and understand what you need to do to win things. It's really, really important. And I think Mikel is doing that unbelievably well. And everybody wants to go in that journey. If we're not there, maybe we can be out of our planning and everything.
Edu, to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not on Mikel's page, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically what we're saying. If you're not on the same page, you're out. Okay, cool. Well, maybe somebody wants to actually win instead of talking about actually winning. Like, what we're doing it. Yeah. Man literally said, yeah, when I played here, yeah, we had that's because you were in a fucking great squad, bro, and you were a bench player in that squad.
Yeah.
Exactly. You were even the main player.
However, he would be our best midfielder right now.
No, he was a good footballer. Don't get me wrong.
But that shows the levels, Liontekz. That shows the levels we had. He was a very good footballer. Yeah. He was an unbelievable footballer at times. Yeah, but at the same time, he couldn't get in the starting 11 every week. Why? Because we were good.
Exactly.
Can you imagine what George Graham actually genuinely thinks of this? Did you see that clip of Wenger? Did you see the clip of Wenger? I should have fucking screen grabbed it. The clip of Wenger when he was sat on B in Sport. Yeah. And he said, this current team at Arsenal, it's almost like it's too structured. It's too rigid. It doesn't allow them the freedom to flow and be, what's he say? Give them, let them have their identity on the pitch. They're almost too locked into a rigid system, he said. Yeah. I don't know how old the clip was, but I see it the other day. Yeah. And it's like, I just look at it and I think, like, can you imagine if Wenger had the team that we've had the last couple of years? Yeah, he would have definitely won something. Yeah, and I wanted him out. You guys wanted him out. Like, he would definitely won something. Can you imagine if we gave him 800 million quid to spend? Bro.
Bro.
The amount of world-class players we would have had in that team, over 800 million.
And the thing is, as much as I wanted Wenger out, at least he had pull. He could pull players. You know what I mean? He could get an Aubameyang like he did.
That was our last signing under Wenger.
Yeah, exactly. His last signing.
Man said Wenger had finished 12th every season in this era. Bro, you do realise that his last finish, his last finish was 6th.
Yeah.
And that was 7 seasons ago. 7 seasons. Football's not changed that much. Me and Rance were talking about this earlier. Football's the same game. Yeah, you put the ball in this net and you keep it out of this net. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the quality's gone down, but Wenger would still be able to get a tune out of some of these players. Are you telling me that Martinelli would not thrive under Arsene Wenger? You're telling me Saka wouldn't thrive under Odegaard? Odegaard's the perfect player from Arsene Wenger.
The football would be playing in this team.
Martin Odegaard's nowhere near the levels of some of the players we've had, but I'll tell you something, Arsene Wenger would have that geezer fucking one of the best players in the world. Like, in that position. Yeah, because he'd just say to him, stop going out to the right-hand side, have freedom to go wherever you want, and we'll build the team behind and around you. Yeah, Saka would be able to do whatever he wanted. Yeah, like, what are we doing here? Yeah, let's just be real with it. Like, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like, when you're deep here, like, you look at it and you think, like, we were balling out. I see a clip doing the rounds on Twitter the other day, and it was the last team Arteta played in for Arsenal. Bro, the difference in football. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like
me and Matty were watching it. We were watching like the
08,
teams from back in the day, 08, 09. And the football that we were playing, the one-touch football, quick passing, quick transitions, pass and move. Like none of this 100 touches and then playing the ball backwards.
No, look at the players he brought in. Kleb, Rosicky, Nasri, all ballers, bro.
Fabregas, all of them.
Fabregas. Yeah, and there's players out there still the same. Like, yeah, he is a massive issue. Listen, let's not try and rewrite history. He is a fucking problem, that guy. He's a massive problem. That's why English football is buried, with the top 4 and all that, yeah? But let's not pretend, that he wouldn't have done better than this manager in the last 5 years with them resources. If he had 800 million quid, we would not have. Kai Havertz would be a player that he likes. Odegaard would be a player that he likes. Saka, Martinelli, Saliba,
yeah, I was going to say that.
Kieran Tierney would rate him.
Tierney would be starting.
Yeah. Rice he'd probably rate. So he'd rate a lot of our team. Gabriel Magalhaes, Ben White. He'd probably like most of our team. Let's just be real with it. This is a solid... And the one thing about Wenger, this guy sorted the attack out. He never sorted the defense ever.
Yep.
But when he came into the club, he had a fucking great defense. And look at what we did. Yeah. He could walk into this club right now, today, with that defense that we have, and he'd make our attack free flow with the squad we have now. And I guarantee you now, it's never going to happen, so I can't prove it. I would place money on it. If Arsene Wenger was our manager from now to the end of the season, we'd win something this season. With this manager, we ain't winning shit.
Yeah.
And that's a washed up old man.
Yeah. And I've said this before. You could go get any manager who knows anything about football. I'm talking a decent manager. Drop them in this team and it transforms the team. This man here has no experience. He's learning on the job every day. He's learning on the job every day. Every day I'm learning something new. Shout out to Warren. I was watching Warren earlier, man, and he was showing how in the locker room how he's just yelling. He hadn't said anything, hadn't broken anything down, hadn't done anything in the locker room. He's just yelling. He's just yelling about, I don't like this. I don't like that. He hadn't addressed
no tactics, nothing.
Yeah, no tactics at all. No. You know what? And I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it until I was sitting there watching it. Like, you know what? All through that documentary, you never saw him go in there and say, fellas, why are we doing X, Y, and Z when we worked on this all week long? We worked on this all week, y'all. Why are you dribbling over there? Why are you passing over there?
Why are you taking so many touches in the penalty box?
You never saw him do that. You never saw him do that.
Midfield. You know what I mean?
You never saw him do that in the document. Whenever they cut to those locker room scenes, you never seen him do it. A real coach would go, son, I just told you to stop doing that, and you're doing the same thing. I just told you not. We just had a meeting the other day, and I told you to stop passing the ball over there because
we've gone week in, week out on the training ground, drilling you into doing this, and this. But this is why, this is why he's so active on the touchline, because he don't believe in what he's doing. Exactly. He's got an inferiority complex because he's chasing Pep. And Pep's in his head, and he don't believe he can actually overtake Pep unless he plays like Pep or similar to Pep.
But this is where he's getting it all wrong, because the managers that are beating Pep played totally different to Pep, the complete opposite.
Made that egg up at Man United beat him last season.
It's mad. Like,
mate, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to do him every single time. We're on the same page. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to beat him every time.
He had his numbers so many times, but I don't even know how he did it. But he always used to beat Pep because he played something totally different. Same with Klopp, totally different. It weren't Pep football.
Same with Ancelotti. Look at when Ancelotti plotted up at the Etihad last season and parked the bus. They didn't expect him to park the bus. And you know what? Ancelotti said, "Yo, what you think you can come to? You think you can come to the Bernabeu the year before, and not try and attack us, and you just want to keep passing backwards, and then you nick a goal and we get a 1-1, and then that draws us out, and then we come to the Etihad thinking we can do you, and you slap us. Cool, I'll park the bus this year, mate. Now beat us. Now beat us. And they didn't beat them, did they? They lost on penalties. Adios, ciao. And then the egg in the worst season Man United have ever had in their history in the Premier League, bro, beat him in a cup final. And this is why when Arsenal fans sit there and say, oh, yeah, but who can beat Pep? Oh, Arteta beat him at the Emirates, mate, 1-0 last season. Beat him 1-0 last season. We beat him last season. So we can beat Pep, right? So why is he so fixated on how we play like this? Inverted this, inverted that. Like defensive striker, inverted wingers, 2 DMs, 4 centre-backs. Like a ball-playing goalkeeper. How about just have a goalkeeper who can save the ball, mate?
Just overthinking the game.
It's overcomplicating it. That's what it is.
As a manager, man, as a former manager, rather, the way we play, it will confuse my players. The play because they're looking around trying to, well, am I doing what he wants right?
He's giving too much information to him, and most footballers are thick as shit. Let's be real with it.
Yeah, they can't process all that at one time, man.
That's too
It's real
much.
simple.
And then when he's on the touchline after he's drilled it in their heads, do this, then he's
over here doing that, do this, bro. Even when I coach, one of my buddies, when I would coach, he say, "Hey, man, come on, just don't worry about it, man. You worked enough with him. Let him just play. Let him just play. All right, cool. Y'all just do your thing. What you just let your players do whatever." Somebody brought it up in the chat earlier. There's no. You can't be creative in this team. You can't. There's no way you can see. There's no play when you watch Man City play and you watch Savio just go cruising. Oh, you better yet. I tell you, Liontekz. I said I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna go to other teams instead of the other team. Let's go over there at Aston Villa. You watch that brother Rodriguez in midfield, just cruising all over the place.
Cruising.
Yeah, just cruising. He's all over the place, just tearing people up, just moving and moving, shaking and baking. And then you look at our team, and it looks like when you play, like you remember that old game when we were coming up, man, and you would plug it in, and you would put the soldiers in the middle of it, and it would just shake. You know what I'm talking about, Lee? You know what I'm talking about, Lee? You know what I'm talking about? Look at that's what our football team look like. That's what we look like. Yeah, go ahead. It look like how they everybody just stagnant in one spot, and just you hope that it's like robots.
Yeah,
robots.
That's what it is. It's robotic football. And the thing is, like Samuel Lukonga's out for 4 weeks, is he? Oh, he's coming back then. Like this is the thing, It's like when you look at what we're doing what Man City did 2 years ago. Yeah, Pep ain't doing that this season, bro. Yeah, he's got Savio on the wing, he's got Doku on the wing. Yeah, if he wants to put Jack in there, Grealish, he could put Grealish in there. What are our wingers? Saka, predictable. When it comes off, and it comes off a lot of times. He drops the shoulder, bang, goal. Yeah. But then what? What happens if it don't work? Then what? If you look at how many set-piece goals we scored, 22 last season in all comps. Yeah, maybe that was Premier League. I don't know. I think it was all comps. 22 set-piece goals, 22. We ain't scoring 22 set-piece goals this season. We ain't scoring 91 goals this season. What are we doing this season? We're doing nothing, bro. We've got worse.
Nothing.
We've got worse. Our squad is worse. Yeah, and the thing for me is, like, it's going to take a mighty fall, for this fan base to wake up. And then the biggest thing is, let's assume he goes. Does anyone here genuinely back this board to go and employ somebody of a stature? They'll give it to Jack Wilshere or Mertesacker or both.
Let me see while it's fresh in my mind. I was talking with Tony Claw yesterday, and I'm gonna say the same thing I told him yesterday. When have you ever seen a defensive 4-3-3?
That's right.
In all the years of football, where have you ever seen that? A defensive 4-3-3. I've coached a long time, y'all. I've never seen a defensive 4-3-3. I've seen 5-3-2. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen 5-4-1.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
2 DMs.
4-5-1.
Yeah. I've seen some defensive formations, but I ain't never seen a 4-3-3 that's as defensive as ours. That just shows you how ass backwards this team is.
Well, you've only got to look at the players that he signed, Like, he spent 160 million quid on centre backs to play left back. Like, we've signed Calafiori, Kivior, Tomiyasu, Timber, all to play left back. That's 160 million, bro. Zinchenko, who's not a left back anyway, is a number 10. Pep played him at left back, but he's a number 10. He's a number 10, bro. We've done 160 million quid on left backs that are not left backs because he don't rate the left back that's actually a proper left back and has won more than most of the club, like most of the players at the club. Like, it's ridiculous. We've got Jorginho. These men are convincing themselves, Jorginho and Thomas Partey at White Hart Lane. What happened last time Jorginho played against Tottenham? Oh, he gave Manders the ball when they scored. Okay. Right, do you know what I mean? Yeah, if Ben White gets injured, we'll put Timber at right back, which is his actual position. Yeah, like it's ridiculous, bro. It's actually ridiculous. If Saliba or Gabriel get injured, we're going with Calafiori or Kivior at centre back or Tommy. How many times has Tomiyasu played centre back since he's been here? Hardly ever. He plays him at left back or right back.
Maybe twice. Maybe twice. That I can remember.
I can't even remember.
Maybe twice, and that was like maybe filling in towards the end of a game.
Maybe, yeah.
It's ridiculous. We're fucked this season, mate. I'm telling you, yeah. We are dusted by the end of November. That run we have, yeah, where we have Liverpool at home, Newcastle away, Inter away, and Chelsea away, we're finished. We're done. And if we do not beat Tottenham and then we don't beat Man City, the league's dusted anyway, without that run. Because if we're 5, 6, 7, 8 points behind them, it's game over.
You remember I told you this? I said, you remember that year, was it 2012? Was it 2012, 2013? I said the season, it was just a long, boring season. We knew we weren't winning nothing, and we just had to coast. You know, it just, you just had to deal with it.
Well, you know what he'll do? You know what he'll do is if we're out the title race by Christmas, like if we're 7, 8, 9 points behind Man City, he'll start taking the FA Cup series again.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He'll load up.
Because this is what Wenger did. Wenger did exactly the same, bro.
Yep. You could clearly see that Wenger was trying his best to win the FA Cup just by the team he put out, because you'd always be rolling out the third string players and all that. And all of a sudden you look up, you got starters in the game. You're like, wait a minute, now we taking this pretty serious. This season, this transfer window this year, and this season was, and so far it's been a disgrace. That transfer window was an absolute disgrace. It was an absolute disgrace, and it was an embarrassment. It was an embarrassment, and we did not go.
But you know what, man? That transfer window shows me, that them 2 domestic cups, we're binning them this season, because he has not bought the adequate players, to compete in them competitions. So in his mind, he's gonna focus on the Champions League and the Premier League, because we've got all these fixtures, like three days apart. So he's gonna think in his head, you know what? I can't concentrate on all of these at the same time. So I'm gonna have to bin one of these to concentrate on the other 2, like he's done since he's flipping been here, apart from the first season. So it's just rinse and repeat. It's the same old bullshit all the time, bro. Like, when is enough gonna be enough?
That's the $1 million question.
That's the thing. When is enough gonna be enough?
If he finishes outside the top 4 this season and don't win nothing, this fan base are going to go mad. And they're going to wake up to reality. And we're going to sit there and say, well, fucking told you for 5 years, mate.
Yeah.
You've held us back for 5 years. You spunked 800 million quid of our money. Yeah, the next manager ain't getting 800 million.
Nah. He might get 125 on a good day.
He might not even last a year.
But you know what? What did you say? What did you say earlier, Tech, about Unai Emery? What did you say earlier about him? What did you say? What did you say? Say it again.
About when Emery was here, and he had the January window in his first season, he came out, and he called out the board and said, look, they're not giving me no money. I can only loan players. And from then I thought, you know what? They're not backing him.
They won't back the next manager
how
either.
How long will it take for him to sack him? But yet they gave this manager all this money.
What are they going to do? How are they going to peddle a process to us next time once he's gone? Let's assume he leaves at the end of the season, winning nothing, finishes 5th. Yeah, it's all hypotheticals, of course. Yeah, but let's assume he leaves 5th. Yeah, don't win nothing. Yeah, how are they then going to peddle a process to us, a youth project, and all this bullshit again? How are they going to dress that up to us? Because more people will wake up.
It's the next chapter. It's the next chapter.
Oh.
We are dusted.
This guy in the chat saying, "True, let's sack Arteta. Who are we going to get in? Or maybe Xavi Alonso, mate. How about that?
What about Michelle?
He seems to know how to beat big clubs. What's dominate the league?
What's my boy Michelle over there at Jerome?
Yeah. How about anyone who's won a trophy in the last 5 years? How about that?
You know, who we gonna get if we sack him? Like, there's no one out there.
Right here, this brother right here. He got it. He right there.
Inzaghi, that's the one.
Yeah, Inzaghi.
Would he come? Lol. Why would a guy not want to come to Arsenal Football Club with the riches that we have available to us? Yeah, with the squad that we currently have. Instead, he'll stay in Bayer Leverkusen, who he's won one trophy, the title, the first ever title with. Yeah, in a league where he can't compete financially with Bayern Munich. Because I'll tell you something, he ain't winning the league this season. There's no way he's winning the league again. Yeah, ain't winning it. Yeah, and if Company starts flopping, they'll sack him and go and get somebody else. They'll sack him before it's too late. They kept Tuchel too long. If he starts flopping, they'll sack him real quick and they'll rectify it. He ain't winning the league this season. Yeah, he ain't winning it. Right? So why wouldn't he come to Arsenal? If you, you're saying, and this guy's in my chat all the time as well, chatting bollocks as well, yeah? Right? If Arsenal are so good structurally, financially, everything's great, we've got great players, everything's amazing, why the fuck wouldn't he want to come to Arsenal? And this is where that argument falls down, right? Because they say that we're great off the pitch, we've got the structure sorted, everything's class, we're united and all of this and this, yeah? Okay, cool. So why wouldn't any manager want to come to Arsenal? Because we've got a great structure. Yeah, we've got great players, apparently. Yeah, we've got loads of money. Why wouldn't a manager want to come to Arsenal? The only managers that are off the radar are probably Ancelotti, Pep, and maybe Klopp. Other than that, everyone else is available, mate. Yeah, and when people say, oh, but who's available? Yeah, who's available? Or was Mikel Merino available? He weren't until we put the money on the table, was he?
Honestly.
Yeah. Was Calafiori available? Oh, he weren't until we put the money on the table. It's the same with managers. Yeah, if we want to go and get Inzaghi right now and go and pay 50 million quid a season for him right now and give them 50 million to buy him out of his contract, they'll sell him. They'll say, yeah, you can go. There you go. There's 50 million for the next 3 years, 50 each year for yourself, 150 million. And we'll give you Inter 50 million to get him out of his contract. You're telling me you ain't letting him go. You're telling me he ain't coming. How about that?
Exactly.
That's Allegri, Tuchel, who else? Bro, every manager is available apart from Pep, Klopp, and Ancelotti.
Exactly. And all this nonsense about, oh, they're not available. Make them available.
If he goes to a car lot,
Make them available then,
if-
innit?
if he
Throw
goes
the
to
bag at them and say, look, there's a, like what Lee said, there's a project here.
What
Come
about
here.
Simeone? And then people go, oh, Simeone ain't won nothing for 3 years. Yeah, this fucker ain't won nothing for 4, mate. What are we doing here?
5.
Yeah, 5, yeah.
Right.
Now, what are we doing here? There's not a single manager in world football. Let's hope this guy's immortal. Let's hope he don't keel over and drop dead tonight. God forbid. Yeah, touch wood, he don't drop dead. Yeah. Let's hope that he don't wake up tomorrow and go, do you know what? I don't fancy it anymore. See you later. Because the club might as well fold then, isn't it? Yeah. Michel Sanchez. That guy plays the best football in Europe. Yeah, and he's doing it with Daley Blind. Yeah, Gazzaniga in goal. Yeah, 2 loanees from Man City that are now, one's at Dortmund and one's back at Savio, the best winger in the fucking Premier League. Yeah, he was doing it with Dovbyk up front. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, there's not a single manager. Man says Simeone speaks no English. That's rubbish. You obviously ain't watched the Simeone documentary.
I was he hadn't watched it. Bro, you
He obviously ain't watched the Simeone documentary. He speaks perfectly good English, mate.
Exactly.
Go and watch the Simeone documentary. He speaks perfectly good English.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? And it is a myth that he plays negative
I
football.
was just clicking on it as you said. I was say fact. Anybody who watched La Liga in the last year realizes why they struggled last year. They completely went away from playing.
Yeah, if they've actually played their negative football, they would have won something. Instead, they started playing ball and they didn't win anything. Yeah. How about we do this? How about we just go and get Wenger back? How about that?
It'll make everybody feel good. Make everybody. That's one thing.
Or how about we go and get? Or how about what we do is we go and get the Dortmund manager because he managed to get a Champions League final. Yeah, he managed to win a trophy in his first season. Yeah, he then went to be their sporting director, came back and then got him a Champions League final. How about that? Why don't we go and get the Brest manager? The Brest manager in his first season qualified Brest for the Champions League after having 14 years out of management. Bro, he was Watford's sporting director. Bro, my man left, whatever club he was at, went to jail, came back out of jail, went to Watford, was their sporting director for years, went to Brest after not managing for about 10, 12, 14 years, qualified him for Champions League, first season playing sexy football. How about that? They go and get Jose.
It is buku of managers available. There are strikers available. There are players that are there available.
But these men love to dismiss people that are serial winners, mate. Yeah? Why can't we go and get Inzaghi? He's got 1 year left on his contract. Well, 2 now because he's just signed an extension for 1 year. Why didn't we go and get Inzaghi?
And all that extension is, the only thing that extension is for them to get
protect them.
Yeah, what you just hey, would you pay this? Bang, here you go.
We give them 25 million for Inzaghi. He's coming straight to Arsenal. We could get him right now. Why don't we go and get him? Oh, but we have to rip it all up. He plays a 5 at the back. Well, we got about 19 defenders, mate. So it'll be perfect.
He'll find a way.
He plays a 5 at the back. Bro, how many defenders do we have? We've got Tierney, Calafiori, Zinchenko, Kivior, Timber, Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba, Ben White. Who else is there? Tomiyasu. Well, there's fucking 9 straight away.
We've got a decent enough team for somebody that's experienced with some good experience can come in and get some out of this team. The problem is, just like the brother said in the chat, Arteta is not good enough for this team. And he should be, his level he should be playing on early Saturday morning in the EFL Championship. He should be down there dealing with a team, playing with Argyle or somebody, getting them sorted out. And this is why we cannot get over the hump. See, there comes a point where luck runs out, and it ran out last season. That ran out.
Look at that. Sporting Lisbon manager. He managed to get over the line against Benfica. Big up Darren, bro. He got over the line versus Benfica and Porto. Yeah, bring the striker as well if you want. You're Chris.
Hey, go get was it Porto? Go get their manager.
Yeah. Oh no, he's gone. He's left. Conceição left.
Conceição left?
Yeah, he left. He had a bust up with the new owner or the board. Yeah, he fucked him off, and that's why his son left. His son's at Juve now. Yeah. But again, Kieran Tierney at left back would cook, and he would cook. Yeah, he would cook. I forgot Tierney. So there's 10 defenders we got. So you're telling me that Inzaghi could not use 5 of them 10 defenders we got and get a tune out of them? Man said, get over Wenger. Bro, I can't stand Wenger. What the fuck are you waffling about? Yeah, however, Wenger and washed up 80-year-old Wenger is better than this manager. And that's been proven because this manager spent how many years sat next to Pep? We should have just gone and got Steve Bold. He sat next to Wenger for longer.
Yeah, Steve Bold.
It's true, bro.
I'll tell you what, I've got a great idea. I've got a better idea. I've sussed it.
Apple.
No, better than that. Since Arteta left Man City have won a 4-peat and a treble. Why don't we go and get their assistant?
Their number 2, yeah.
Why don't we go and get their number 2? He looks like Kevin Keegan. Yeah, he obviously knows what he's doing. They've won 4 trophies, 4 titles in a row since Arteta left. With him. And they won a treble. Why don't we go and get him? Yeah, he'd be cheap enough. We can blag the process thing again.
Especially what we've done with Arteta.
But this is the thing, yeah? Right? And when people say, who's available? Would he make us better? Okay, cool. Where if I forget Unai Emery? Forget Unai Emery for 1 minute, yeah? Right? The 2 managers before that, where did we get them from? Arsene Wenger we got from Grand Passate in Japan. Yeah? And where did we get George Graham? Oh, yeah, Millwall. So what are we doing here? Yeah, these men chat absolute bollocks, bro.
You know what? And you know what? And lead that what you just said about George Graham. And this has been my whole gripe about the whole Arteta thing is that you got a guy that had no experience. If they'd said, well, you know what, we're going to get this guy from down at Queens Park Rangers somewhere. The dude's been coaching. So I kind of, okay, all right, I can kind of, all right. It's tough down there. Okay, all right. Well, this, you know, how many times have we had discussion, Lee, off camera? And I tell you, I say, why don't players come out of the championship anymore? Why don't they go out and get players League One? You know, you go down there and you go get a player that's vested, you know, that's battle tested. You know, we talk about Vardy all the time. You know, these guys is battle tested, and then you put them in the team. They're completely different. Look at Tierney. Look at Tierney's bill coming from from over at Celtic. Just look at the bill. I mean, just look at the player as a whole. Look at that player, and then you look at the players that we get. Like, look at the Vieira. This is what I'm saying. We don't get battle tested players, and we don't have a battle tested manager, and it shows up when we get into the worst of situations. When we needed points last year, towards the end of the season, we were folded. Every time, that's what I told Tony, shout out Tony Clark. I told him yesterday off camera, I said, Tony, I said, every time, it wouldn't matter if City dropped points this year, because every time they drop points, we can't gain them. But when that zesty little journalist is sitting there on that voice thing you've got, yeah, right, talking to Edu, oh, well, you have to be nearly flawless. You have to be nearly perfect. No, you don't. Man City dropped points in 10 games last season. Yep, we couldn't get points. We both dropped points in 10 games last season. 10 games, both of us. Yeah. Difference is they drew, less more than us and lost less than us. Sorry, they drew more than us and lost less than us. Whereas we drew 5 and lost 5. They drew 7 and lost 3.
Yeah, and that's the difference. They very rarely lose. And one of them 3 was a deflected Martinelli goal. They lost to Wolves and Newcastle? No, Villa.
Villa.
At Villa Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was late in the season.
So if we lose 4 games this season, it's dusted. It's dusted. Yeah, and this is the thing. You don't have to be near perfect. You don't have to be near perfect. You don't have to beat Man City to win a title. But this manager's fixated on beating the biggest teams. Bro, you don't have to beat the biggest teams. Yeah, you could go a whole season with a shit. Man City's record against the Big 6 last season. Go and check it. There's somebody in the chat, yeah, who's on it. Tell me how many games against the Big 6 last season Man City won. They drew with Liverpool twice. There you go. They lost to us once. They drew with Chelsea twice. Didn't they draw with Tottenham once? So I'm saying, look at their record.
It's Man United that they've done something against. That was it.
Man United, they beat twice, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chelsea, they drew 4-4. Yeah, the 4-4 games, remember? Yeah, Jackson scored a hat-trick, I think. Yeah, 4-4. They drew with Liverpool twice. Yeah, so Liverpool 2 draws. They drew with Chelsea once. I don't know what the other Chelsea result was. Maybe they drew twice with Chelsea. They only beat United. There you go. And Arsenal. They beat Arsenal as well. They beat us 1-0. Oh, no, we drew at their ground.
Yeah, we drew in that last.
Oh, there you go. They drew with Chelsea. Yeah, the other games. Yeah, so the only team they beat in the Big 6 in the top 6 last season was Man United.
Man United.
That's it.
And people run around here like, oh, man, they unbeatable. Oh, man, nothing you can do.
And they won the league. They drew with Chelsea twice, Liverpool twice, Man United. They drew with Arsenal and lost to Arsenal. They drew with Tottenham. Yeah, and did they beat Spurs? Yeah, they beat Spurs 2-0. They did at White Hart Lane. Yes, they, that was it. That was when our fans were on their knees because Son went clean through and missed. It was 1-0, wasn't it? Or 2-0. So they only beat Man United once and Spurs once. Out of all of the top 6 games. Out of 10 games, they won 2 of them. That's crazy. And they still won the league. But you have to be, you've got to be flawless to beat them. Oh my God, you have to be perfect. No, you don't. Just win every other game.
We never heard. I'm gonna drop a bomb. I love dropping my bombs like pow. We never heard back in the day. Back in the early, I'm talking when we were rolling in the 2000s, late 90s, 2000. Oh man, you gotta be perfect to beat Fergie. Oh man, you gotta be perfect.
Yeah, but Matty, the points tally was less than. Yeah, it's still fucking relative. What are these people missing?
Yeah, exactly.
Still relative, isn't it?
Yeah, I hear out there. Yeah, points tally. Yeah, points. Look how many points was, bro. You still had to win the freaking games.
Exactly. You still had to get more points.
Yeah, you still had to go to Old Trafford and get a goal.
And this is another thing, yeah. They go, oh yeah, but you have to get 90-odd points to win the league. No, you don't. They won the league on 89 points. Last year they won it on 91. Cool. But the season before when we bottled the title, they won it on 89 points. 89. If you go back 2 seasons before that, they won it on 86. Which, funny enough, is the same amount of points, yeah, that Poch got, yeah, when Conte won it on 93.
Yep.
Yeah. So what we're doing here?
It's just an excuses. Excuse FC.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I'll be back in 1 minute, guys.
Go ahead, brother. Yep, excuse FC, man. And these fans just constantly want to just hold on to the same old trope because we're not doing what we need to do, Tech, to get to the next level.
No, we're not.
And when you're 5 years into something, you're looking for tangibles. TANGIBLES, tangibles. Tangibles. We're looking for tangibles now. It's not second place finishes. Now, I don't want to hear it. It's time for tangibles.
You need to see results.
See results, man.
Results.
Yeah, because when I look at other folks, Lee alluded to it with Bayern Munich. You think company gonna be sitting there 20 games in and they in 3rd place? You think he gonna still have a job?
No, his job's on the line now.
You're right.
His job was on the line when he came into the job.
Next weekend, when that ball is kicked off, it's on the line right then. His job is on the line right then.
That's the thing, Matty. When you go to these clubs, yeah, your job is on the line when you get the job. They say if you fall out of line, you're gone. They don't ramp. They don't mess around. With us, yeah, we just give them, you could just stay for 5 years. We do a process. We could do a 9-year death row process. At flipping Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, even Barcelona, all of these big teams, yeah, you don't see these managers lasting more than a year, maybe 2 years max. None of them, even if they win something, they still get sacked because, yeah, you have to win a certain way. Like, you can't be winning, bumbling and stumbling. You have to be winning proper.
Yeah.
But I've seen managers get sacked by winning the league. You know what I mean? By
Bro,
winning the league, they still get sacked.
Bro, you seen what Chelsea do to the managers back in the day, man?
Yeah.
Look, bro, they fired the dude that won. What's his name? That won the first, but Roberto Di Matteo. When they won the championship, he was sacked.
They got sacked.
Dumped the next year. Goose hitting, dumped.
Exactly.
They dumped. Bro, Chelsea dumped them. Folks be, oh man, the standard was so high over there at Chelsea, man. They will fire your ass quicker than Pat got out the army. They will fire you quick, man. In a New York minute, bro. Only Arsenal do we have this. We want to wait and hold on for folks. Only Arsenal.
Yeah.
And this is why we consistently, man. This is why we consistently just fall short. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to know when you are actually almost there. And all you got to do is go over the line. And instead of driving over the line, you put the car in reverse, turn around, and go back down the same street and then get lost. That's what we do.
Yeah. On a one-way street.
On a one-way street. Only Arsenal can get lost on a one-way street.
It's mad.
It is maddening, man. It is maddening. It is maddening. Lee, it's going to be a long season, bro. It is going to be a harsh reality.
I don't know how I'm going to get through this season, bro.
Well, why do you think people have been conned into thinking that if we get rid of this manager, there's no one better, number one. Yeah, number two, that he's going to rip up the whole squad and throw it all in the bin. You know, because if they realise, that you can actually get somebody like Thomas Tuchel, for example. I'll use that as a good example because that's a more recent one. Tommy Tuchel went into Chelsea when Fat Frank stood there and told the whole world Chelsea are not ready to win trophies. They sacked him, and in 14 months, that guy got him to 6 finals out of 7 available, and he won 3 of them. Oh, and he beat Pep in a final of Champions League. With the same players, by the way. I don't know how many players he brought, but it was barely any. What happened to coaching?
You saying you watch these big teams this year. You watch these teams. You watch your AC Milan. You watch your Inter Milan. You watch these teams and start watching. When we get probably what is this? September. You wait till about mid-October. You gonna start hearing these managers ain't performing, getting the sack. Yeah. Not even going to discuss.
Exactly. Their jobs are on the line from when they get the job.
Here we go. He beat Pep 3 times in the space of a month, Tommy Tuchel. 3 times in the space of a month with a squad that weren't his at Chelsea.
It's mad.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. But they'll tell you we ain't got nobody that can do it. Wow, man, we 118 and 35 charges.
Why don't we go and get him then? Oh, but look at what he did at Bayern. Yeah, he won him a title, mate.
Yeah.
He's available, isn't he? He's sat at home doing nothing, isn't he? Unless he's got a job.
Trophy. Bro.
The same Tommy Tuchel, by the way, who knocked out Arteta last season. We're the worst Bayern team in 12 years. It's crazy, isn't it? Why don't we go and get Tuchel?
Yeah. It's excuses, Lee. It's all excuses.
I see that Mark Goldbitch sitting there on some little clip saying, well, yes, listen, Man City, they are amazing. They're a great team and all that. You know, fantastic. And I see all their fans saying that you're always moaning about City and rah. He goes, but how are you supposed to beat City? They were doing this for years, and that's why. And you're not allowed to do this anymore. Okay, mate. Why don't you stop wasting 60 million on Mason Mount and 85 on Anthony, mate? There's 145 you can spend on some proper players. Yeah, about 72 million on your striker, Rasmus. There's 220 million you got straight away. Yeah. Why did we waste 65 on a German giraffe? Yeah, why did we go and do 100 on Rice? I like Rice, but 100 million. 100 mil. Are you mad? Yeah, why did we go and waste all this money on these players? Why did we buy another centre-back to play at left-back? 40 million, Calafiori. After we bought Timber the season before for 35. There's all excuse after excuse after excuse. There you go. Benfica sacked their coach after 4 league games.
Exactly.
I bet Northside's loving life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Their jobs are on the line. That's exactly what I've been saying. Their jobs are on the line from when they get the job. They've been told. They get briefed and they say, look, if you don't perform, you're sacked. And that's it. There's no debate. You don't get results, you are sacked.
And even if you do get results at some of these clubs, you better do it in style or you're sacked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And if you don't win this one, but you win that one, you're sacked because you didn't win them both. And that's how it is at these big clubs.
There you go.
Yeah, these are
There
the
you
teams, by the way, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid, that we knocked Highbury down for.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. We went in about that earlier.
I see you in the chat earlier when I was on with Rance. I don't know if he was there when I said this. In 2002, Sir Peter Hillwood addressed the world and said, we've just got funding from Royal Bank of Scotland and from Barclays Bank to build Ashburton Grove. And we're going to move to Ashburton Grove to compete for the very big honours, the biggest honours against the very best teams in Europe. That same season, we won a double. Following season 03, we won the FA Cup. The next season, we went Invincible. The following season, we won the FA Cup. In 2006, we got Champions League final. Then we moved into the Emirates Stadium. What changed? What changed?
And Liontekz, what did you say earlier? What were we doing at Highbury? What were we doing?
We were competing anyway.
We're going to leave it there,
We
y'all.
were doing exactly what they said that we were going to do, the Emirates to do. We were doing that anyway.
Mm-hmm. But apparently you can't do that in a 40,000 stadium. Well, how did Chelsea do it then?
Exactly.
How did Chelsea do it under Abramovich? Yeah, it's bullshit, man.
Lee?
Yeah, bullshit.
Bro, I appreciate you for hopping on, man. We would get ready to
No, I love, man. I appreciate you letting me on, man.
2.5.
No, big up Lee, man.
Bro, Liontekz, as always,
That's
brother.
Liontekz, man.
Tell the people where they can find you at, brother.
Yeah, Liontekz TV people. And yeah, just been trying to put out the content as much as possible. Like, I've done the content the other day. I forgot, I think it was on the transfer window. And I literally had a massive rant. I went mad. So yeah, check that out, people. But yeah, there's Liontekz TV on YouTube and on Instagram as well. So yeah, thanks for having me, Matty, as always. And big up to Lee Gunner every time, man.
Come on.
Yeah. Lee, tell everybody where they can find you at, brother. They know where they can find you, but tell them anyway.
Yeah, man. Lee reacts just on the France-Italy game. Yeah, France, man. Oh, my days. Saliba had a shocker. Calafiori went off injured. Italy 3-1 in France. So no doubt Deschamps will be sacked soon. Maybe we should get him. He knows how to get over the line. And Lee Gunner. I'll be doing the England for Republic of Ireland versus England game tomorrow, followed by the Germans versus Hungary. I'll have something out on the main channel as well, probably before that as well.
The Kyle Wash derby.
The Declan Rice derby tomorrow as well, man.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, gentlemen, appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all joining, man. Everybody in the chat, much love. Everybody, all my peeps in there, Darren, Tony, Jez, everybody. I saw you in there, man. Much love. Appreciate it, man. And hey, bro, we'll be back again, man. We'll be back again soon. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Hey, raw talk. Over here, it is uncensored. We keeping it straight raw, not cutting any corners. It's gonna be a long season, y'all. It's gonna be a long season, so get prepared, buckle up, and hang in there.
Edu out.
Edu out.
All of them out.
Bro. Real fans are critical. Why?
Yes, exactly.
Because real fans, we expect the best.
Yes.
We don't want shortcuts, bro. We don't want you sleepwalking through it. We want the best. And if you are accepting mediocre on a weekly basis, you're not a real fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. You are not a real fan, and you got no idea what a real. Bro, listen. I don't want to be around Chris when Ohio State loses.
No,
you think Chris is sitting there after an Ohio State loss and he's making excuses?
No.
Are you?
No.
What fan does that, Chris?
Delusional fan who doesn't doesn't understand what it feels like to win. I mean,
make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Southern Gooner here on YouTube.